Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. So I don't know what episode this is gonna end up being, but
Yeah.
we've already released episode 2 so far. Um,
Before we got on, we were talking about.
what were we talking
It
about?
was something about. We were kind of talking about like how Neuralink will kind of
Would
change
work.
the way.
Yeah,
Um.
of like paraplegics.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Fucking
Mhm.
paraplegics.
Shut the
Nasty
fuck
bitches.
Those bitches, I can't believe them.
Who has nerves that don't even work?
Wow.
That's a really fucked up way to start this off.
We're ready to be canceled, everybody.
Yes, please
We're
stop.
so ready.
Please stop.
Did you guys watch?
Go get on another bus. Like, can you please use another water fountain aside from the one that I'm using?
Oh my god.
And we're back to square one, fellas.
We're like, my 6-year-old son needs to use the small water fountain, okay? Just because you can't reach the big one doesn't mean that you have to
Right.
use the small one.
Hey, come on, stand up.
Yeah. But you won't.
Get up from that wheelchair.
Try standing up for
Water
yourself.
fountain's just right there.
I don't know if I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm incriminating myself if I join in.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Um.
But no,
But I mean, that won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
Neuralink. So then, once it's not a problem, then we don't have to worry about like people getting offended. Like, fuck you. You're like, yeah, that was super funny when it happened to me, bro. And then it's like, doesn't anymore though. Don't laugh
Yeah.
about it.
Man gets Neuralink and he's just
Yeah.
a fucking gymnast after that. Like,
Uh-huh.
fuck off.
those like all those fucking like paraplegic memes that like we've always seen. It's like, oh shit, there's a fire, and then like the fucking kid in the wheelchair gets up and runs. You know, like
Full
those are
sprint.
gonna start becoming true. They're gonna be like, oh
Full
shit, time to turn on my Neuralink.
He can walk.
Yeah.
Man,
Do it.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It sounds fucking awesome, but like, my whole thing is, how are we gonna go about this? Like,
I
how are
don't-
we gonna like, just mass advertise like this fucking item, or like, is it just gonna be like for the rich only?
I don't think it's gonna. Well, it will be to start. Like pretty much every
Yeah.
form of new technology
It's
is.
always for the rich. Like, I'm sure cancer's out there. I'm sure the cure for cancer's out there
Oh,
for the
cancer
rich.
treatment?
You guys think the cure
Maybe.
for cancer's out there for the rich?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
so, man.
Family Guy.
I guess I wouldn't be like super surprised if it was. You know.
I'm not. I really just wouldn't like everything revolves around just rich people. Like, that's literally just the world right
It's
now.
just part of the cycle.
Yeah,
You know,
and-
they're
and-
just at the top.
yeah, and
They
it,
get
Yeah.
everything first.
it just really matters how long they can keep it a secret until like it gets out, and then they just go, oh yeah, like looks like we're just gonna have to make more of these now, like and just lower the price, and then on to the next big thing, like fucking that they can find, which would be the Neuralink.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe in that shit. Rich people are fucked up. I believe rich people are so fucked. Like, fuck. Like, I just watched Squid Games. Fuck. I don't want to do any spoilers. Fuck. Never mind. I don't want to do any spoilers. But like, if you haven't seen it, for those who haven't seen
It's like I know somewhat of the plot has to do around like kind of like compared to like Hunger Games style.
yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like you saying rich people, and then you're just like, I just watched Squid Games, and I was just like, oh,
Because it
I
has
know.
actually so much to do with it, but I don't want to give out too much for people
Yeah.
who haven't watched
That's
it.
a pretty known plot.
Yeah,
it's
a
a pretty known
common
plot.
Like, that's why, like, when
For
I
a
saw it
reason,
coming, I was
though.
like, okay,
The
yeah,
Purge
that makes sense.
type shit.
Yeah, The Purge.
Yeah.
They made
I think it was the
knockoff
first
called
one.
The Hunt.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
And
fuck?
then most like dystopian movies or stories have something kind of to do with that.
The rich
There's
guy
always
can do
someone
whatever
on
he
top
wants.
that's doing
Yeah, the rich
something,
guy
like,
can always do
correct.
whatever, or whoever's on top can always get away with whatever they want. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
and the like thing is really to like figure out how we can like push them over. But like they don't, and it's not even that they try to hide it. Like, you find out in, like, the first episode that like the show revolves around money, and like there's obviously someone with a lot of fucking money to hand out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but like rich people like overall like have just been like at least like put into like our like we've been kind of like fucking wired to understand that like nowadays like rich people have like might have some like fucked up like sense of like entertainment or like
Yeah.
farm,
And that's where
like
like the whole like
Jeffrey
thought.
Epstein stuff
Yeah,
comes in, stuff
yeah,
like
that's what I was
that.
gonna
yeah.
say.
the Jeffrey Epstein thing, like that thing.
It's a weird
fuck.
thing, psychological thing that money does to you.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
and it's because like I tend to watch a lot of like motivational videos when I'm like going to the gym, working out, stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? And the biggest key to this motivation, like the biggest key, isn't necessarily money per se, but it's to get to the goals you want to get to, and then in one and the problem here is that so let's say you're the 1 in a million, 1 in a billion, fuck it, like you're 1 in a million, and you work your way to the top of where you want to be. The theory, like, or the, I guess, like what they're shooting for in all these like shows and movies and crazy shit with rich people, is that after you've reached a certain point of like of your goals, you get bored because you're like, oh shit, like
I have
did it.
nothing left to achieve.
Yeah,
It's
like
like, I
what am
did
I
it
shooting
all.
for now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like-
that's like always the idea of like the omnipotent God and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
okay, so for the idea of like invincible and everything. So it's not part of the plot, but when you really kind of think about it, like a person kind of like Omni-Man, who's like literally omnipotent, omnipotent, like an all-powerful being.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he goes to the planets where there's weaker life, and he literally just takes over.
Bro, he like cattles them, dude.
But the
Like,
thing is, though, is like his entire race. What are they called? The Viltrumites.
yeah,
The
that's
Vils-
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Literally, the Viltrumites is an entire race of bored beings because they have reached a certain extent of like all powerful. They reached their goal.
It's kind of like a similar ideology to like serial killers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And the way that they've done it, everything that they, they feel like they kind of know when they've reached like an end of their path. I'm like, I just want to get myself caught. Like, I think my story is almost over.
Yeah.
But then rich people, it's
they enjoy the chase.
it's honestly kind of more fucked up, really. Not necessarily in the things that they do, but it's kind of the way that they think about it, or how I would assume that they think about it. Just, the things that no one else can do, I can actually do and, get away with it.
Get
so
away
I'm
with
gonna
it,
do
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've morphed their like reality to like they've morphed their
Sense
fucking
of self, kind of.
yeah,
They
their
really-
ideals and
Yeah.
morals to where like they're like, yeah, like this really doesn't affect like like I'm not a bad person. Like
Yeah.
I'm just having a little bit of fun. And like I'm not a bad person because I threw in an incentive. They didn't do this like cuz like they're like, "Oh yeah, like this was kind of like out of their own free will. I just threw in an incentive, money.
Mhm.
I have so much money that like all these broke people like will fucking just literally like
Beg and like
let me go to like 5 homeless people like and just throw a fucking like $1,000 in the middle of them and see like how
Yeah,
badly they
that
want
kind
it.
of mindset.
Yeah, just a dog eat dog world like really is what they're just like enforcing.
That's always happened, though.
Mhm.
Pretty much any sort of like civilization.
Or
in,
maybe
human
like
history.
I like to think sometimes they know they're fucked up. They just want to see. I feel like there's this sick thing to people where like when you're fucked up in the head, you want to see and you hate it. Like you hate it when other people go like, dude, you're kind of fucked. Like, have you ever done that where you've like said something kind of fucked up, where you said like a joke, like,
and everybody just kind of looks at you like,
yeah,
dude, that
let's
wasn't
say
even
like,
funny.
Like let's say like you make
yeah.
fun of fucking like a paraplegic or like a retard, and you go like. Like,
we literally just fucking did that, Froylan.
Like, what if you did Speaking
this?
of which, and yeah, so you go do that, and then you fucking have, you have Karen fucking over here going, hey, like,
that wasn't
very cash money of you. Like, can you stop? And I'm like, Karen, like, I know damn well, like, if you were fucking like if your kid, like, if you had a kid, fucking Karen Jr. and Karen Jr. needed to fucking eat, you'd probably like slit a homie's fucking throat, like if he had like fucking money in his hand, so you could fucking go feed your child.
Yeah, I see what you're getting.
But yeah, like so, like people who just don't have to degrade themselves to such a low standard of living will say you're fucked up for like thinking that way. But then it's like, so when you're really fucked up and you've knowledge you're fucked up, some people are so fucked though that they want to see other people show their true colors and be like, I'm gonna force you into a situation where you're gonna show me how fucked up you really are. Like you are not a good person, and you know it.
Yeah.
You're just acting.
It's kind of like the Joker's conversation with Harvey Dent
Yeah,
in
yeah,
The Dark
yeah.
Knight,
Yeah.
essentially.
And it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like I more so just throw it in my head that everyone's kind of fucked up in their own way, and I don't really need like you to show me that because like I'm sure you have your own demons like out there, but like I don't know what it is about the enticement about like why some people want to see people like show them how fucked up you are. Like it's like just really like I said, enforcing that dog eat dog world, and it's like if we all just started like honestly, I think the world thrives off of like I think the only reason we have a world right now is because we've understood that we can't show our fucked upness because we've like placed laws and all this shit, but like fuck dude, like
You don't know what a person is capable of.
right, like
That's the thing.
what's gonna happen like if we all just say, hey, fuck it, like all
Except
you,
when you do, which I kind of think what you're kind of talking about is when people know it and they want to like expose people to it in like
They
wanna
expose
in
people,
a very
yeah.
wrong way.
and it's like it's just crazy because like now we've taken like especially with like social media and like exposing people and cancel culture going on, you know, like we thrive off of like finding people to expose, and it's like why like
It's you set them as like outcasts. Which
Yeah,
The reason I
yeah.
don't like it is it's kind of like a scare tactic for me. Is kind of how I see it. It's like you are not one of us, and you will never
Yeah,
be one of
yes.
us. But it's just like
Are you
you're
talking about
do
like
the same thing.
like people who like famous people?
yeah
Look,
yeah.
yeah
Here's my whole sense on that is the fact that I feel like we typically some people out there do a what is it called? They kind of perceive these people as like gods, like
What,
they
like
idolize
celebrities?
them. Yeah, celebrities.
I would
Look,
say I would
look.
say God, but idolize, yeah.
Yeah, idolize. They idolize them to the point where they put them on a pedestal and they
Yeah.
see them as like practically perfection. But then, like as soon as they fuck up, they're just like, oh, well, they're only human.
See,
You know. But then you have people like us where they're just like, no, you shouldn't even put them on a pedestal at all. And then whenever we start stating the facts, that's when people like us or when other people who are truly just negative are just seen as like, just hateful people. But no, it's just some of us are just trying to show that, everyone is human. Like they're not a completely different
celebrities, yeah.
race.
Okay, so
you know?
you're telling me like I don't know, like so would you not like freak out if you saw like some celebrity like, or would you just try and treat them like a normal human being?
Oh,
Be honest.
just like on the street.
Yeah, but like let's say like
I
you're a
wouldn't-
top tier celebrity.
I wouldn't freak out like the type where it's like fucking
I get
high
really
school
happy.
teenager
Yeah,
flashing
yeah,
tits
yeah.
type thing.
I
like,
wouldn't be like that.
I mean,
I
I
would
might flash
definitely
a
be
titty
like
here and there, but
amazed.
that's okay.
I'd be very like nervous and like
Yeah.
surprised. To be like, wow, this guy's like standing, or this girl, whatever, is like standing in front of me, and like I never like pictured
Mhm.
this.
See, the problem is there's going to be a crowd, so you can't even talk to the person like a normal human being.
I mean,
'Cause,
like if I see them casually, like, and it's just one-on-one, like I know, like,
right. I'd
You
probably
know,
dap
no
him
one-
up,
no
be
one's
like,
gonna-
hey, bro, like
Yeah.
I know a lot about you, and hey, you're a pretty cool person, like from what I've seen, like on the like, like I like your shows and shit, like but like I'm not gonna be like, oh my fucking god, like oh my god, like are you
Yeah.
fucking like
yeah. But I mean, like if I see him in like
kind
a
of the fans
grocery
that
store,
want to like hang out. They're like,
Yeah.
yo,
like,
what are you
no.
doing right now?
I'll be like, hey man, I actually got to get to work. It was really cool seeing you. Is there any chance like I could like just dab you up? Can I get a picture? I mean, is that cool with you? Like, hey,
Yeah.
I like your work. Like, it's really cool. And dab me up. Hey, that's
Mhm.
cool. You know?
and like I know there's a lot of people who not are famous or like celebrities, but the Misfits, like
Yeah.
they've talked about it a couple times where
when
they
they
have
meet
like
celebrities and they don't know how to act.
yeah
Yeah.
they meet celebrities
They're
and they
starstruck, like, starstruck.
but then
Yeah.
they also have their own fans who will be starstruck from them.
Do some crazy shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's where they become like a complete. It becomes like a complete confusion because
It's the impossible pedestal that you're placing these people on.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So-
Like,
so-
you expect perfection from them, and it's just
Mhm.
it's not how life works.
Dude,
Mhm.
I think that's why we created cancel culture, because we set such a high standard. We set the bar too high for normal human beings.
Yeah.
And we've established now in a place where like, and I think it feels good to some people to like, we've established like these people who like before could not get like knocked down. Like these guys
Mhm.
were, like you said, on a pedestal. They were fucking like up there. We've like put it in their heads now. Like we're like, hey, like
hmm
you might have been invincible before, but like now like you fuck up, we're fucking end you. Like,
Yeah.
we're in charge.
Yeah.
I think when it first started, it was coming from, I think the Me Too movement was kind of, I don't know if it was the start, but it's kind of what I remember being somewhat of the start.
What?
When women started coming out and talking about their rape experiences, and then they had a whole community of people behind them going
And it
at
was
that started out being a good thing, but it's become something that's like not the same
Yeah.
thing.
Excessive.
because some of them aren't even true. Like,
yeah.
Like there are people out there who like will lie about being raped by certain celebrities or like even by certain people of power just to like get them knocked down.
Bro, I can't even adjust my belt in public without like a girl being like, "Yo, is that like sexual assault?"
Yeah.
Like, no,
literally.
I just my belt fucking fell off my jeans. I just need to pull it up real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like as serious as that, but like
Yeah.
sometimes I have a pair of pants that has like a small hole in the crotch, and sometimes I'm worried about. It's like, oh god, if someone someone
but that's like
could
your work
see
pants.
this.
Yeah, it's like your
Yeah.
work pants, you know.
But sometimes I'm like, oh, someone could see this and like see something that I don't know, like they didn't want to see, which is obvious because I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
yeah, like I
It's
saw
just-
your
it's just like-
boxers, and you were
yeah,
You
I
might as well
like
just show
sit
me your
chilling
penis.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the mindset we all have to have.
Be like,
Yeah.
oh no, that wasn't my boxers. It was just plaid colored condom. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I
That's
just
all I
wear
wear.
it at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I think
get
it's
what
the
you're getting at.
idea that like people are, if they, because you hold them to such a high standard, if they mess up in a drastic way, then they're unredeemable to society. Then they have nothing to contribute at all,
See,
and
and that's the
that's
problem.
not a right mindset.
Yeah, that's
to
the
have about
problem.
people.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
Is we're ending their careers over like a few over something that like, let's be honest, we probably all would have done or like are gonna do like okay, like fuck, this is okay. I'm like, let's get real fucking controversial right now. Okay. Like, I'm not saying this was right. I'm not saying this is right at all. But let's say, okay, Drake from Drake and Josh. Okay, what's his name? What's his real name? Drake Bell?
Yeah, Drake
Okay,
Bell.
Yeah.
Drake Bell. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying what he
I
was,
actually
I'm
don't
not saying
know
what he would do
the
is right.
story.
But like, okay, so I understand the whole situation. No, he's wrong. Like, yeah,
But the
let's
thing
get
is,
it.
is
Let's
we
let that
should-
be known. Let's
Yeah.
let that be
What did he
known
do?
that he fucked up.
I don't know this story.
Didn't
So,
he like DM like a
he-
underage girl?
He messaged an underage girl, and I haven't really
Dug deep into it.
Yeah, I really haven't done enough digging into this. I
We
don't
just know
if
from
he-
Cameron's song.
Yeah, yeah. Goddamn, Cameron. But we don't know. I don't really know too much about what's going on in this situation. But all I do know is that overall, like in a general like mindset of things, is like, okay, it was a DM. I don't think he actually met up with the girl or anything like that. I obviously he was probably trying to. Like that alone is like a fucked up thing to do. But like, how old is Drake Bell? Like right now,
He's probably like mid-20s now.
mid-20s.
I don't think so.
Okay,
You think he's older than that?
all right.
Yeah, I think he's like in his
I-
30s.
I know some fucking
He looks like he's
24-year-olds like dating 17-year-olds in like a healthy relationship. No, my bad. Scratch. In a relationship. Scratch healthy.
Oh, he's 35.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, he's
I
35
told you.
now?
I told
Hey,
you.
Drake Bell, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake Bell.
No, if anything,
I'm
he'll
sorry.
just be like, if anything, he'll be like, damn, like I look 20.
I look 20. Like,
Wow,
okay.
wow, that's so nice.
No, okay, like, yes, that was fucked. It was fucked. But we don't know if he knew his age. Maybe if she knew her age. Maybe he did, though. But overall, what I'm getting at is, like, the whole cancel thing of, like, the man's already going to court. Like, he's already got, like, all this shit on top of him. Like, it's time to leave him alone because he's already fucked. Like, we don't need to keep, like, when are we going to be happy? Until, like, we see him, like, really just, like, on his knees, like, with a fucking, like, bullet to his chest. Like, when are we done? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like everyone's going to be like, oh, not until he goes to jail or some shit. I don't, like.
There are people out there who say shit like that, like, oh, I'm not gonna be happy until he like goes to jail. But like, imagine like I get it.
He's not
the
going to go to jail.
the people
though, I
who
think.
do wrong things, like people who do things that are like wrong, they should pay like they should pay the price.
Yeah.
That's what
But-
the
And-
law system is.
and
in
how
place
did
for.
this
Which
come
is
out, though?
not
Like,
saying
no.
that it's clearly flawed. Like, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but
yeah.
that the purpose of the law system is
Yeah.
to keep you out of the situation.
And how did this come
Mhm.
out, though? Who did she tell people? Did she tell the world? Like the 17-year-old who like
I don't know if it was her. It might have been
Or-
one of her
or
friends.
maybe her mom or some
something.
shit.
I mean,
I don't know, but,
obviously
like-
she's it's 17
Mm.
but
Yeah.
she's gonna like tell everyone about it probably.
But like, yeah, like
Oh my God,
Hey,
Drake Bell
hey,
from Drake and Josh.
I guarantee you, homegirl was excited.
yeah.
I guarantee
Probably.
you, she wasn't
What?
upset.
When you
Probably.
really think about it, she's
probably
7.
Thought, no, she probably thought like
Look,
that's a little sus, but it's fucking Drake Bell.
look, I get it. Like
I
we're
don't
only
even
a
think
couple
I don't
years
even know if she's thought
older.
that.
We're only like a couple years older than like, the average like high schooler.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But the thing is when you really think about it, if you go out and ask like a 17-year-old now or like a 16-year-old, like, oh, you ever watch Drake and Josh?
yeah,
They're gonna be like, what's that?
yeah,
The the most recent thing they'll probably know is like a little bit of iCarly,
yeah.
but that's about it.
They just
You know.
grew up on different shows.
Yeah, they did grow up on different shows.
So-
But I mean, we're not trying to like
I think-
diminish what happened. Like we're not.
yeah,
doing
like
what,
I'm not
it's
saying
like
that.
you can you can criticize the way that they go about doing it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. Like, listen, homies, wait till
So-
she's 18.
To put it in like full context, what he did was fucked up.
Fucked is fucked.
It was completely fucked up.
Absolutely fucked.
So what do
But-
you do about it?
But I mean,
Exactly.
you just let him go through the process. Go through the process
And
of court.
he's going through the process. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
like, all right,
Yeah,
you know,
but
he's a meme now. though.
yeah, he is a big fucking meme. But the thing is, I was like, even if he like pays his way through, or if he actually does go to jail, that has nothing to do with you at this point. You know,
There you go.
After
Over, done,
that, it
yeah.
has nothing to do with you. Just know, don't put him back up on that pedestal.
Dude, and here's the thing. We're really pushing, like, okay, I get we should be pushing, like, man, we're controversy as fuck right now. People are gonna
Yeah,
hate us.
yeah,
What's it called? Like, people are pushing right now to like us, like, as a group, like, or like everyone as a group is just not okay with like the courts ruling sometimes. And we've come to a place, I feel like, where we're just not even like okay with the court ruling.
Mhm.
We're like, no, like, this is what needs to be the answer. And if you don't make our fucking like answers happen,
Mhm.
like if you don't give the answer we want, we're gonna fucking riot.
yeah,
And then there's always two sides to a coin, you know? You're
Mhm.
even when things are very bleak for a certain person, you're still gonna have your defenders and your like accusers, accusators. I
I think you're right the first time.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna have always the two sides to the team, and so when the court rules one thing and guilty or not guilty, there's gonna be another team that's gonna be like, time to fucking riot.
yeah,
You know, no matter what happens, one side is gonna riot now. That's what we've been shown recently, just through like I feel like lots of shit that's been happening, especially like in America. Like we're not learning to actually push for like an actual justice system. We're pushing to get what we desire.
Or it's kind of like
From the
we
justice
believe
system.
Yeah.
that we are a better justice system, which is a
Yes.
Kinda
very
dangerous
narcissistic.
idea.
But then
thing
if the
to think about.
defenders lose, it's like we want to win so fucking badly that if we lose, we're going to riot till you say we won. And that goes for both sides. So this is like we're putting like, don't get me wrong, like I don't know, like I'm not saying I trust our government system in the slightest, but we're really just putting them in a lose-lose situation. It's like having a toxic girlfriend, you know, like.
The thing is, though, is like even if he pays his way through, his career's done.
Yeah.
No one's ever
Who,
gonna
Drake
support.
Bell?
Yeah, like no one's ever gonna support him again.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but then
I
like,
don't know. It's kind of he's rich again. Someone
Yeah.
might support
He's
him
rich.
if he's still got money.
I mean, but the thing is, it was like, how do you like come back from that? I mean, like,
Yeah.
think about it as the you remember the Subway guy, the guy who ate a whole bunch of Subway subs and like lost a whole bunch of weight, and he started doing commercials and everything. It was before our time, but like the thing is, it was like he was a very popular commercial, and in every Subway commercial he was in it, and he would.
really lost weight just because of eating Subway.
I mean, that's what he states. But the thing is, it was like he would literally be in commercials marching people to like the nearest Subway, like in the neighborhood, and like they would just all come in like a whole fucking army. And like that was like the whole point of like the commercial. He was just like, everyone like just get up, go eat Subway. It's amazing. He was like, I lost all this weight by eating Subway.
Did everyone he grabbed were they thick?
Huh?
Were they thick?
I have no clue. But no. Like all the people, like were they fat? No.
Yeah.
No, none of them were fat. They were just normal people that he would grab off the side of the road. But the thing is, I was like,
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
they
think
look
people
like
are- I
that.
think
I mean,
people
they're
are
paid
scared.
actors.
I think people are scared of people would take advantage of them because it makes them very vulnerable, and they don't like to
Mhm.
think about that. And I think that that level of fear that you have when you realize that someone
Is
like
using
a
you.
celebrity that you thought was something else does something that's like, I don't know, says something that's very controversial or does something that is
Mhm.
like known to be like wrong,
Mhm.
then no one tries to understand it.
Mhm.
They never, which
Yeah.
is a kind of an important step that you're just skipping, because I
Hold on.
think people are generally scared to like think
Mhm.
about that part of themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's
so-
like, oh, you're not who I thought you were, and it's like,
And it's like,
Did you
not
even
only
know it in
that,
the
you're
first
like
place?
nowhere, nothing. You're nothing like me, which is
Mhm.
not true. We're like
It-
very
it-
much alike each other.
We're all
'Cause
just
we're all
human.
we're all human in a way.
Yeah.
Not in a way, we just are, but
Look.
we're like 90. I don't know what the percentage is,
Yeah.
but it's like
Matter of
98% alike each other.
yeah, I think we all want head.
Hold on.
Everyone on Earth.
Let me get back to that. So, again, with the Jeff dude. I mean,
I thought you were
that
gonna
was
talk
his
about the
name.
head
His name was
dude, but okay.
Jeff.
The subway guy.
Yeah, the subway guy.
Jeff.
And so
Jeff wants
basically, yeah, he really
Jeff
did.
wants
He
fucking head.
he would
Yeah.
like touch the kids that he would have on set.
Oh, goddamn.
Like he would mess with
Oh,
little
man.
kids.
All right, he wanted head a little bit too much.
Look, do you ever see him on a Subway commercial now?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Like he got to a point where he did something so controversial, something that like everyone hated, and they just canceled him.
Yeah, that's
And
a proper cancel. I think.
Yeah, we're at a point now to where, I mean, like it's a 50-50 shot. You know, like if he's considered like a classic, then they're gonna be like, no, I mean, like he's human. You know, like we can't cancel him completely. He's trying to change. Like it doesn't matter. What he did was wrong.
I
He
think
doesn't
the
deserve.
scale of the scale of what you fucked, like, and
Yeah.
how you fucked up is a real like big, you know,
Mhm.
way to really determine if you're gonna be like just
Not.
career over, gone, done.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to associate themselves with a fucking
Mhm.
pedophile like that hardcore.
Look.
You know?
So not to like hold shit against like Robert Downey Jr. or like even Macaulay Culkin, but like a lot of the celebrities that like we seen as like classics or like major hits, they used to be like heavy drug abusers. You know, like
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
was huge on drugs.
Macaulay
He rehabbed
Culkin
himself
was
plenty of
like
times.
a child prodigy especially when it came out with Home Alone, like the Home Alone series, and then he was like I can't remember what other movies he was in.
Have you seen a like current picture of that dude? Like
Yeah,
he still looks like a drug
Yeah,
addict.
he's high, he's always high. Like that's what he looks like. He's always
I
just
watched a movie
stoned.
with him
Yeah.
where he played this like captain of a boat on this like paradisal island thing. He
Yeah.
was like always wearing glasses, and I think he looked like he was always stoned. It was funny.
and he just does not look
Yeah.
healthy. He does not look healthy
I
in the
think he's kind of
slightest.
short, isn't he? But I
Yeah,
mean,
but he's
Yeah.
always like very like malnourished looking and just
yeah.
really
Yeah.
like, you know, like for me like the biggest tell like is the eyes. Like
Mhm.
you know, for like just if there's something fucking wrong with you, and his eyes, man, are like always just for me, or at least like a dead giveaway. There's something wrong with this dude. But I mean, you know, that's just me.
It's just,
I mean,
that just wasn't
but
good for him.
Like I was
to
saying
be
is
that
like
big at that age.
yeah. I mean, but the thing is, it was like I was saying is like we ended up seeing all these people who were like on drug abuse, and like that's the only thing like we focused on for a little while until they became big again. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Robert Downey Jr. Yes, he started off as like a good actor, and he used his father's name because his father was a really good actor as well, and so. After that, he found drugs, started abusing drugs. Everyone, like, he went downhill. Like, no one wanted to hire him because he did drugs. No one wanted to hire him because he, just because of his bad past, And then when he came back as Iron Man, everyone just fucking loved him because he was the perfect fit.
Yeah.
And the thing...
that level of damage, everyone just loved to see it on on the screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it was like... It got, like, things like that, that's acceptable. Like, if you see someone who went downhill and you're just like, wow, like, it's sad. Like, I don't want to see him in that position. And then they make a comeback and you're like, he's fucking amazing
Sometimes you want to see that sometimes someone needs that, like, to just that redeemable chance.
That-
like that tough break to be like, give me a break.
In
you
his
know?
case, though, he wasn't the person he was harming was himself, which is kind of
Yeah.
different from other situations.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
we're
I'm
talking
saying,
about.
like it was a self-harm. Like that's what he was going through was self-harm, like a bad mental state. But then you also get people who want to support, I mean, like a Drake Bell type scenario, you know?
Dude, but that's okay. See, so
It's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, where do you, like-
draw the line?
Where's the point where the person is completely unredeemable? Like, how many people do they have to rape? How many people
Like-
do they have to kill? Like, what's the what is it?
I mean, but the
Yeah.
thing is, though, is like if it affects another person, that person doesn't deserve a redeemable chance.
But
Like,
we
they
don't
fucked up.
know what we don't know.
We don't know
what-
what's real
it
and
becomes
what's not,
very,
though.
It becomes
Robert
something
Downey
very
Jr.,
different
yeah.
once you do
Let-
something else to
we
another
don't we don't
person.
know what his like him being a drug addict. We don't know how that affected his family. So
Mhm.
he is still
Yeah.
affecting other people. We don't know what he's done to people, and you know.
Yeah.
But we still gave him that redeemable chance. We don't know this man's past. We don't know what he was doing at 16,
True,
15,
true.
14. Like we don't know that kind of stuff. You know, we don't
Mhm.
really know who he harmed. For because what is like a common like thing for like drug addicts when they can't get their fix? Like
It's like they beat the fuck out
they
of
get
their wife.
violent. They get
Yeah.
they get antsy. Like anxious as fuck. We don't really know, and I'm not saying he did any of that. We don't know. We just don't know. Period.
Mhm.
You know, but what we do know about these people, we're just like
He could have done it.
he could have done it.
he
Yeah.
could have done
Yeah.
it.
Like I don't know, man. Like it
If,
really
if he
is,
had
yeah.
like again, I think there's definitely a line. But if he had done something that was like, I still think that he would have been like redeemed by becoming Iron Man and becoming such an icon.
Yeah.
In like today's culture.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's. I think he might be one of like the biggest.
Kind of like Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. There's
Yeah.
there's like no one
Nah,
that I
Johnny
know
Depp.
that is not taking Johnny Depp's side in this.
I
And
fucking
honestly,
love Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I love Johnny Depp, and I don't really know Amber Heard. Like
Mhm.
I would only take his side because I like him, and that's it.
I fucking love
I don't
him.
even
Yeah.
know. I don't know like a whole lot about the situation, and people will come.
Mm-hmm.
Not people will come up to me, but I've heard people talk about it, and they're just like, "This is exactly what happened." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, you don't know what happened?
Do you
though.
really know?
Yeah.
You're just putting your faith in. It's a 50-50. You
And the
don't
thing
really
is, it was
know.
like after
Nah.
the case was even over, like I can't remember where it was, but like I think it was they had like found evidence that like it actually was like Amber, like it actually
Mm-hmm.
was her,
All I know
Like,
is
who
I
was
think
the
evidence
abusive one?
does lead to her. I think
Yeah.
that's true.
and like everyone in the world like found out and they were like, oh, we fucked up, because they were just like, because at first everyone was like leaning towards Johnny Depp because of the fuck
no,
that.
the guy never wins is the thing.
Yeah,
when it comes
yeah,
to that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
yeah. It's one of the
You
rare
just-
cases
yeah,
that he
you
does
just
because
don't
he's
win.
so loved by people.
Yeah, yeah. It was just a really hard decision. They just chose the wrong person, and by the end of it, like, what ended up happening is the abuser got away with it, and then the abusee was just blamed for it. And
I mean, they might have both abused each other. We don't know. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know
wanna,
though. We don't know.
Sometimes
labels
it's
to, like,
just, like-
one and then one to the other.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
like sometimes like there's like this like intensity to like a really fucked up toxic relationship that like y'all just kind of like you ever just like seen like a really like two fucked up people get together and you guys you just go, y'all are good to like y'all were meant for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, go
but in
be-
a bad way.
Go be yeah in a bad way. Like there's just some like tension there that you can like never really get rid of, but it's not good. It's really
But
like
the tension,
exhausting.
even though it's not good, it makes it very exciting. a
It
lot
makes
of
it
the
exciting
time.
and people love that shit,
yeah,
dude.
some people are
Shit's
just
like that's
adrenaline
their
junkies
drug.
kind of in that way.
That's their fucking drug, and it's like, I don't know. I think that's just a part of maturing. Like sometimes you're just like, yeah, like I love this fucking toxic shit. Like I love it. I fucking come back to it every time, and so does she. And it's like I know
It's like, where
if
does
we,
that get you?
yeah, and it's like I know if we break up, I can have her. Like I can pull her back when the fuck ever I want because I'm just gonna hit her with some toxic shit. Like, hey, like 2 weeks later, hey, I miss you. Like, then we're gonna have
Like that
makeup
song,
sex,
Stay.
and then you fucking like start fighting each other again 2 more like weeks later
Yeah.
again. And that's why I feel like you only really beat that by actually like realizing you need some time apart, like strong time apart, like months, years. And then you finally get a chance to mature your mindset instead of just keeping your mindset stagnant because you stayed there. You stay there, your mindset's going to be there forever. You take some time off, you get the chance to like actually like cultivate your mind, really let it grow, like develop a better mindset, more mature mindset, and you can be like, wow, like yes, as fun as that was, I would really just like to have a girl who doesn't freak out when I go to like do something with my buddies and like, and we can just kind of chill and like have a good relationship, like she has her things, I have my things, and we just come together and we're just chilling, like that's it. That's
I think
that's
you
all.
You have to be open to trusting each other, I think. And like,
That's so hard,
What,
man.
relationship
yeah,
wise?
it's very hard. Yeah, trusting the other person in that sense.
Yeah.
Dude,
'Cause-
trust is too hard currently because, dude, I tell everyone this. I really think current like relationships right now and just women and men like where they're at as a whole, dude, all this shit roots from fucking high school at this point. Like everything fucking started in high school. Where like, oh, I
Yeah.
got cheated on like my sophomore year of high school, and one of them becomes a fuck boy / fuck girl. You know, and like this shit just fucking keeps going and going. Like if you get cheated on your sophomore year of high school, chances are, if you were a dude, you got a fucking you ended up getting a fade after that. You pierced your ears if you're Hispanic, and you probably do your eyebrows now too. Swear to God.
Yeah.
All right.
Not even do the eyebrows. Like you just do like.
And
the
you do the fucking
slash.
slash
the
in your fucking
slash,
eyebrows.
yeah.
100%. If you got cheated on in sophomore year of high school,
You
or,
did all that
or
shit.
any time in high school,
wanted to do that.
You ended up getting a fucking fade. Got some like you got some type of medal on you. You either wearing a ring, a necklace, or a fucking Jesus piece or some shit, and like you're pulling bitches and you don't want to be in a committed relationship anymore. Like that's
almost
not
did
for
that.
you. Huh?
The slash, eyebrow slash.
Really?
I almost
Heart
did it.
broke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna do the eyebrow
Wow.
slash, and then I was gonna do the pierced ears.
Say your heart broke.
Shit. Say your heart broke without saying it.
But chances are that shit goes on because then once this girl has created a fuck boy, the fuck boy is gonna go on and create girls who no longer trust guys, and then then this good guy is gonna come around and really want to get with this hook up with the girl and be like, no, like I don't want to hook up with you. Like I actually think you're dope and an awesome person. Like, and I'm actually really willing to give this my all. And she's gonna be like, sorry, my heart's been broken too many times, but you can always buy me this Louis bag, and I'll give you head, or like I'll hang
you
out with you for a
okay?
couple more days.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just like
I think that's kind of been happening for a while. I mean,
It's
being
been
like
happening.
really hurt relationship wise in high school. I mean,
Yeah.
that's been happening for
and
years.
we've
but
okayed it though, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is like still a thing. Like I don't know if parents just aren't teaching their kids to like understand that like, hey, like, yeah, this just isn't the end of the world for you. Like, yeah, like don't change who you are as a human being just because you know you got like
He's just fucking attacking.
just because you know something happened to you. Like I don't know. Like are parents just not teaching their kids this shit or like what's going on?
I think people aren't gonna like me for saying this, and this is again one variable. I don't know how big the variable is, but I think women should take some responsibility for that. For the
No,
way that kind of
100%.
boys are.
Yeah.
No,
kind
they don't
of-
get it out.
Some boys
they don't get
are
it out.
turning
Like I
out.
said, a girl will make
Yeah.
a fuckboy and vice versa. This is vice versa.
Yeah.
Women should take action.
Yeah.
Take
A girl who's
responsibility.
heartbroken,
Like don't
bro,
don't let dudes get away with stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's really like it's just like it wasn't that big a deal, blah blah blah. And I
No,
just
and
mean
so
like
they're
in a
gonna
way
allow
that
that
he's
shit for
treating
3
you like
years.
less than you should be treated. That's
Yes.
all I'm talking about.
Yes.
Just like
Mhm.
don't let stuff slide, and then they have
Mm-hmm.
boys have to learn their lesson.
But then
at
there's
the
a
end of
start
the
to
day.
that. I have so many fucking things on that. Like, then there comes the whole like, well, I wasn't good enough, and I thought I had to be better. That's why I stayed with him because I thought maybe I just was doing something wrong. So I kept trying to be better because that's why my dad left. You know, because I obviously wasn't good enough, or my mom
Yeah.
wasn't good enough. So I was trying to keep him to stay because everyone leaves my life, and obviously, if people keep leaving my life, there's obviously something I'm doing wrong. You know.
Do you
And that's a
care
really
about that
fucked
cushion?
up way of thinking. That's like a strong thing right now.
Do you care about that cushion?
Nah, she can go for it.
Fucking Miles.
Yeah.
Just
We have a
keep-
dog here fucking
Yeah, if anyone's
destroying
watching
everything.
the video,
Yeah.
then there's a big old dog in here.
So don't mind like the loud grunts. Like I swear to God, that's
Yeah.
not just
It's
me
not.
'cause I
It's
pulled my
not.
pants
It's not
down.
Froy.
Yeah,
I
it's,
swear to
it's,
God.
it's not just me this time.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Frankie did pull down his pants, but that's normal.
Yeah.
But
It gets hot
yeah,
in here,
dude,
bro.
I'm telling you, like
Want me to
No,
open
I
the
was
door?
just saying the joke because, the pull down pants thing. But,
yeah.
I mean, I
What's
guess
it
if you're
called?
actually hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
Well, yeah, if you want to leave the room.
But I just women, man. Like I think women and men both like play this part. Like men who or like guys who don't have their dad fit in the picture.
Oh, shit,
they
his penis is coming out.
They have like this very like feminine trait, like where they like. No, they where they enjoy having like
No,
they know they've only talked to females like their mom and stuff, and so they've gotten good at talking to females. It's weird.
Yeah.
And they also see that their dad didn't stick around for a woman, so they're like, why should I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
This all goes in loop, man. I'm telling you, high school taught me a lot about how like current relationships go, And basically, what I've noticed is, I don't know, I haven't been successful in relationships currently yet. However, I think I'm like getting more to the mindset where I'm starting to understand how to develop a better one.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe that's the reason why they don't last currently, because I haven't I've set standards that just couldn't be.
Miles, stop pumping the pillow, please. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if he bites it, but I don't want him to like fuck my pillow.
Maybe we should let him into the living room.
Yeah. He's nervous. He doesn't know how to jump down. Yeah.
But yeah, man, women need to stand up. Don't take shit from guys.
They do need to stand up for themselves,
and guys need to stand up on
and-
girls.
and
Like,
guys-
don't take shit from girls too. That you don't need
guys
to
need
take.
to stand up to girls, but guys also need to start understanding how that girls aren't gonna be like I don't know. There's like a I don't know. That's a weird saying. Like in a marriage setting.
Oh, it's Caleb.
That the
Like, who's he attacking?
Yeah, he's pretty hyper. Right now.
that the woman is like so the man is the head of the relationship, like, and
Yeah.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
like strong independent women are gonna attack me on this. What's it called? But
I mean, I would say sometimes that's not the case.
yeah, I'm just saying
but
this isn't if you're an independent
I would say
woman
from a
and you-
traditional
yeah, in a
sense, like,
traditional
that's,
marriage
like, what's
setting
believed.
of what
Huh?
you want to be in, what's it called? I think it's like they have a saying where the man is the head of the house and the woman is the neck, though. The woman's the neck. So she determines basically like
Where you go.
where we kind of go about it
Yeah.
and how we're going to go about it. And the man determines like the
Ooh.
final decision, like
Yeah.
no, yes, like all right, like that's
There's
okay.
a dynamic that's like between men and women that's not as understood as I think it used to be. It's more confused.
I think people, yeah,
They
exactly.
don't-
There is
it's not as well
in this
understood.
world of multiple pronouns and fucking it's and whatever.
And I think that's why like
No,
we've
Miles, stop humping.
stop.
Miles.
Hey, you watch out. He'll bite you. And he's
he'll bite me for sex.
yeah.
nothing
I mean
gets in his way.
that's what my grandmother's old dog did. He was trying to hump a pillow and he attacked my younger
He can't stay
sister.
horny.
Huh?
He can't stay horny.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
How old is he?
He's like 5-6 months
Bro,
now.
you're like a month away from getting those balls cut off, bro. I'm sorry. Like
He's getting them cut off next visit.
Oh man, really?
fucking
Damn.
loser.
Imagine living 6 or how long is that? That's like 3.5 years, I think, for
Yeah.
a dog. Imagine living 3.5 years of your life and then just getting your
cut off.
balls cut off.
It's like
You're like,
getting
I've had these
circumcised,
for
like,
my
midlife,
whole
bro.
life. Yeah, really.
Jason, if he nuts on your pillow, it's gonna be up there. At least it won't be falling down.
I've never thought about like dogs cum. I don't want to think about that.
I don't want to think about it either.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from that.
She fucking watched a video today.
Dogs coming?
No, of fucking turtles
Compilation.
coming.
Oh wait, I know that video is fucking hilarious. Of them, of there's just their faces.
No.
I saw one. It's just their faces and their noises. It's just like. Oh, God, I wish I could pull it up.
Wait, I think I saw this on Tosh.0 one time. I think I saw this on
What?
Tosh.0 one time. Turtles
What?
coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have seen this shit.
Wait, no, but it was the video was called like turtlegasm.
What the fuck?
But the turtle was just like standing there, and like his penis was just like opening up and then just like closing, opening up and closing. Like he nutted on his own. Like I don't know how he jerked
Wow.
himself off, but he was just like flexing his penis.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen this shit. Damn. What I'd kill to be a turtle, bro. This man ejaculated without even touching
Look how
himself.
starstruck he is. He was like, oh.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
What's going on?
Dude, and I like the
Yeah.
part where like it zooms in on like the female turtle's face, and she's just like, "Are
Goddamn.
you done yet?"
Goddamn.
No,
Dude.
but they were like looking at this turtle's penis because like it had gone out.
Had
Oh, it was
gone
a
out?
tortoise.
It gave out.
What do you mean
Like
it
his penis
gone
gave
out?
Yeah.
No, like his
Like
okay.
a light?
So their penis comes out of their shell, and then it comes out like this, and then it opens up like a flower. type
Wow.
shit. Yeah, it opens up.
Imagine that, just looking at a fucking penis and like it blossoms in front of you.
Yeah, right.
Like, hello
Right.
there. Like, what the fuck?
What an evolutionary step right there.
But-
like,
but,
being a
like-
female turtle must be fucking excited. Like, what the fuck?
Like this shit, like just
I'm gonna
comes
get a whole
out,
show with this.
Yeah.
blossoms like a flower, and then it just like it does that shit, and then he just nuts on his own.
Oh, hell
And
no.
it was so fucking weird because like the tortoise is like probably the size of the mixer,
That's hot.
bigger,
Damn, that's
just
pretty
slightly
big.
bigger, if anything. And then his like when he nut, is he humping it
about
right
to.
now?
He's getting ready.
Yeah, he's getting ready.
He asserted position.
He asserted
get it.
doggy position. But
funny.
but
Miles, no.
no, not
it
on
outta here.
camera.
Take it out.
If you're gonna nut in there, dude.
It's over there.
He really wants to be on this couch and do it.
Yeah, it's just comfy, I
it's his
guess.
casting couch.
That's his casting
damn
couch.
You don't know what a casting couch
Excuse
is?
me? It's okay.
It's the couch that it's kind of a meme couch that's just like a random couch sitting on like kind of just an
It's
empty
not a
room,
meme couch.
a studio couch where like
It's
people
very
film
professional
porn.
couch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's a
professional couch.
Okay, so basically what it is like for porn stars, before they start making like their first like debut type shit, they go onto the casting couch, and the casting
The
couch
infamous
is
casting couch.
yeah, and so it's just literally a couch that sits there where a porn star's first time like recording porn and everything, and that's like what they base like how good they are and like their
Yeah.
status like right off the bat.
Kind of like a what's it called? An audition, kind of.
Yeah,
like when
it's
you're
an
going onto a
audition
movie.
couch.
It's a different form of like film, obviously, but you know, it's the same premise.
Yeah.
It's just more crude.
And like it's always so funny because like they always just start off like with them just sitting there and they're just like,
This is my name.
yeah,
I like walking outside
yeah.
or something like really boring.
I have 6 dogs.
I have 30 cats actually.
But no, yeah, that's he's trying to put it on the casting couch. I remember when we first came in here and we said that it was a casting couch.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, like
Yeah. It looks like one.
this is the
Just right up
yeah,
against
like
the wall.
There's everything about this couch is giving off like that aura.
You think Josh used it as the casting couch,
Define used.
like as in no one's home?
Yeah, like the
Except
first time I
Salem.
came
Probably
in
not
here.
here, but
Except
like
Salem.
that couch has been here, not here, but it's been with like our family for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we've had this couch for futon for like 8 years probably.
Damn.
wow.
Yeah, Jesse used to sleep on it. Josh used to sleep on it
Mm.
because it turns into a bed too. It's also got a little cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same color as the pillows, but you know it's kind of dirty, so I didn't put it
Caleb for sure had sex on this fucking thing.
on.
For sure.
That
For
definitely
sure.
didn't happen.
You don't think so?
No,
You don't
it's
think-
impossible. It's
Why?
literally impossible.
Why?
Why?
Well, I don't know if I want to like out him like to the world, but
You're lying.
no, I'm
I
not
know exactly
lying.
what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Wait,
Like,
Oh
what?
shit!
I'm not gonna say
Oh
it.
shit!
Wait, what?
You don't get it?
He's. Hmm?
Yeah,
He hasn't blossomed
His
yet,
penis
yeah.
blossomed.
His
What?
penis hasn't
Yes,
blossomed
he's
yet.
got a weird.
It has not had a
dick
chance to
that
blossom.
blossoms.
His penis has not had a chance to blossom.
Wait, he just has to take it out in sunlight.
yeah. You gotta
That is
sit there
right.
for. You gotta sit there for hours.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
No
God
way.
Damn, what the fuck are we talking about?
Dude,
yeah.
I don't know.
I would have thought
Yeah.
Caleb like.
Yeah, I thought Caleb would have been the first.
Yeah.
No,
He's got like this like I don't give a
He's-
fuck attitude.
He's the last.
He has like the I don't give a fuck attitude, but then he also has like the looks.
God, I hope
I'm not even
not
gonna
listening
lie.
to this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, I hope everyone knows what we're talking about.
Oh
right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just entered like only like they're like what personal shit are they talking about right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Like-
I mean, like, if you've ever seen Caleb, which he was on like the last time you were on, but
But
we
no one's
lost
gonna
all
see
that.
that.
Yeah, no one's gonna
No
see
one's gonna
that.
see that.
oh fuck! I know.
Wait, is he
we
awake right
lost
now?
All that fucking information.
Yeah. So to anyone who's listening, we recorded about 3-something hours of just a regular podcast episode. Then I lost all the data, which has happened about 3 times now.
God, dude, it was
So,
such good shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had a
We
lot
lost
of good
it all.
conversations on that one, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
But we gave in a
It was a
lot
really
of
good
stuff
one.
to talk about.
We're
yeah.
gonna redo it at some point.
Is
Word
he
for
like
word.
awake?
Word
Like,
for word.
Can we call
Yeah.
him in here?
I don't know if we can. I don't know if he want to talk, but I
Oh.
mean he's awake. He has work.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say like
No, well, we can introduce him to the next one for sure, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll
for
just
sure.
introduce him on the next one.
Are you gonna come to the next one?
I'll try. Yeah,
You'll
this
try?
is basically the first one I'm being like introduced to, even though like.
By the way, guys, this is a Froylan.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. That's right. This is
Santiago.
Froylan.
Yeah, we completely forgot because I did an introduction.
And we're back,
Yeah.
guys. Just started the episode, 49 minutes in, and this is Froylan Santiago.
yeah,
everybody.
hi guys, my name's Froylan.
Why did you
I'm
put
new
his
here.
full name out there?
Dude, I
do you
completely
mean?
forgot because we did an introduction for me the first time,
Yeah.
and we just
We
just kind of
thought we had already
yeah,
established it,
yeah.
but then we did it.
Damn,
Yeah.
they're probably like, who the fuck are we?
By the way, this is Carla.
Like, who am I hearing
I'm just
right
kidding.
now?
I
Yeah.
think people have met her.
Yeah, they're probably like, who am I listening to?
She was
right
on the
now?
first
Like,
episode,
what
wasn't
the
she?
fuck?
It's like, this guy's not Frankie
This
or
guy's not
Jason.
Frankie.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
Like, where's the originals?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't sound black anymore.
What's
He
it
just
called?
got
You know who just
bleached.
got canceled? Or he's. Have you seen Dave Chappelle's newest special?
No.
Yeah, he just got. Yeah, I mean, no, he didn't. Get canceled
He got
for it.
canceled?
I mean, kind of.
People just didn't
I
like
watched
it.
I've actually seen it twice, and I think it's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yes, But
How canceled are
all
we talking?
he said some very sensitive jokes in there, like he always does. But he kind of spent this whole special mostly kind of addressing that, like how people see him, kind of, but in a really like, you know how great he is at telling stories. He was just
Yeah.
doing that, for like an hour and a half on
He told
stage.
too
kinda
good of a
talking
story.
about-
Yeah.
It was amazing. It wasn't
Bless
as funny.
you.
As people might complain about it. It wasn't as funny as other stuff, but it was still like really. It was still Dave Chappelle. It was so like heartfelt, and I loved watching it. Really, he tells a whole like story towards the end where he got really close to this transgender woman who was like a fellow comedian with him,
Yeah.
and she was a. I always forget. Does amateur mean like starting out, or is that like
Yeah.
experience?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she
Yeah.
was an amateur comedian who like loved like the art form of it, and like he kept inviting her on and stuff, and he thought, I don't know, I can't tell like he does obviously because I didn't know this woman, but she was really funny, and he really liked that he was talking about this really nice experience where he was like on stage and she was like in the crowd, and they were like going back and forth, and he was talking about how, because they were both comedians, and she's a white trans woman, and he's just a black guy, straight black guy, not just a black guy, but yeah, and they were like, he said it like they were like joking about things that like people think they shouldn't joke about, but they were
Yeah.
just going back and forth, and it was so. He said it was like just so funny and so like.
Like flowy.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
it
flowing
was just
great.
like ebb and flow. Like
Yeah.
There was no like
They
I
instantly
gave
clicked.
You, yeah, like I gave you that
Yeah.
eye contact, and like we already knew what the next joke was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, another thing about that is, before that, she had like opened for him, and he emphasized very much so that she like fucking sucked. That she like bombed for like 45 minutes. But then it was interesting because he was going back and forth with her like in the crowd, and she was like, "Damn, like she's actually like really funny."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, if you put her on the spot, like if you put someone on the spot for the first time, like they're gonna
Yeah.
They're gonna
And she was
bomb it.
funny
That's
when
just
they
gonna
were,
be
like, hanging out
ass.
and stuff.
Yeah, nerves are gonna come up, like all that shit's gonna happen, and it's just gonna suck. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
suck for them too.
Yeah.
They're up there like, I don't know what to fucking say. Like my ass hurts. Like
But it was just such a great story.
Try
and,
not
like,
to shit
it felt
yourself.
very,
Yeah.
very honest. Like I'm sure some of it was like exaggerated to like appeal to more people, I guess. But it still felt like it was a really honest story that he was telling about.
But
someone.
so what was the thing that was said that like tried to get him canceled? Like
Oh, I mean, there was probably several things. I
Okay,
mean,
fair
he made fun of like, kind of how trans people use pronouns. Like he kind of made fun of that, which people like really don't like.
no, that's fucked up.
remember the-
no, it's like a fuck joke. Like apparently
Yeah.
nowadays, I already said the joke.
But
I think
it
I
was
talked
it was
about that
great
shit
when he
already
was
earlier.
telling that story because he was just like, but she loved those jokes. Like she was laughing so hard at them because she like understood that like that he wasn't like attacking her like that.
See, it's like almost like.
And I'm not saying
Yeah.
don't be sensitive. It's
But if you're a comedian,
it's like we don't.
understand
It's
a
like
joke.
I don't have to understand. It's like one of the things he says, or I think she said to him. It's like you don't have to understand me. You just have to believe that I'm having a human experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, and I was like, wow, that's very powerful,
Well, it's like
especially coming from someone that's trans, because I
Yeah.
don't hear that very much.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
just-
most of the time, like whenever you say anything that that implies that you don't really understand and that you really couldn't understand. Like
You're
you personally.
ignorant. You're ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're just ignorant. You'll never understand because you
And maybe
just
I
don't want to
won't.
see it
Maybe I won't
from.
understand, but like,
But it's like
who says that I have to understand?
Why does it have
Yeah.
to be like that though? Like it's like okay. So Pete Davidson, tells 9/11 jokes all the time because his dad died in 9/11.
Yeah, so I
9/11.
guess so he can get away with it.
I guess he has like
He's got immunity kind of on that joke.
yeah, he essentially has the N-word pass for using 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, is that how we're gonna just go about things now? Like,
I mean, and that's not how it should.
Is that how we get it okay? Like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
The identity politics.
9/11 funny as fuck. Like sometimes,
Oh, boy.
there's some 9/11 memes that like I
Okay,
try not to
9/11
laugh.
memes.
9/11
Yeah.
wasn't funny. Okay, fuck. 9/11 wasn't funny, but 9/11 memes currently 21, 22 years, 20,
Yeah.
20 years, 21, 20.
I think this was the 20th. Yeah, 20th year this year.
20 years
20th
later is like
We're finding a way to like
we're
have
trying.
humor
Yeah, we're
about
finding
it.
a way to look at this.
Yeah, it's
like,
not that what
you
happened
really
was
can't-
funny.
Yes, like because like isn't that what they fucking wanted anyways? Didn't they want us to fucking like
It's 20 years
to
later.
each
look
other.
at this
They wanted
shit?
us to hate
They wanted
each
us to
other.
look at this shit and be
Yeah.
like, God, like
This world is so
this is our
dismal.
day of sorrow. Like we're gonna use today to fucking reminisce and cry about it. No. Now we have fucking like
Which happened.
now
I
we
know
have
that
barbecues.
I wasn't like
for the first like
alive for
5,
that.
10 years, you know.
I don't even know. Well, I mean, I know there was like a week, or I've just heard other people talk about this that are older than me that like went through 9/11.
Miles,
Yeah.
It was, like,
did you eat cat shit?
there was like a couple weeks after like a period where there was just it was a like the whole country was
It
in
was
like
tough.
this
It
weird.
was dark.
Yeah, it was dark. It was like dark times. People were being like more honest with each
Right.
other and just like opening up about things that like they just didn't talk about.
And I get that. Like
Yeah.
I get that. Like I'm not saying like if you lost someone in 9/11, I am so sorry for your loss. Like,
Yeah.
I really am. But and it was tough always. Like and that's not funny. It's not funny that you lost someone, but like you know like
So sometimes I just feel like me personally. Sometimes like you just gotta look past.
It's kind of
you
like
do gotta look
it's
past
like Bo
it.
Burnham's Inside. He has a song. It's like
Mhm.
healing the world with comedy, which I mean, it's kind of
Yes,
it's kind of
yeah.
a sarcastic song. It's just like, how the fuck do I even do this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the world is so fucked. I feel like I'm irrelevant right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I think I've noticed is when something bothers someone is just when it's too soon.
Yeah.
I think there is a
yeah.
grievance period
Oh yeah,
that you need to give
100%.
them.
But I mean,
But
like
I think people can like okay,
20 to
yeah.
21 years is plenty of time
Exactly.
to grieve.
You tell okay, look, you tell a wheelchair joke, or no, not even. You go, dude. You tell like okay, you give someone like a cancer patient who's been dealing with cancer for like 5 years or 6, 7 years and understands that he really like he understands like everything that's possible to have saved his life is over. Like he is probably gonna die in within like 2 years.
Mhm.
He's gonna fucking make cancer a joke. He's gonna make cancer
Yeah,
his bitch.
that does happen a lot.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna make cancer his
It's
bitch.
I think
okay?
it's. I love it when I see something like that.
Yeah, and you just kind of look at the man like, and he's not sad. We're sad more so for hearing
Yeah,
it. 'cause
it's like
we
how
wanna-
do you?
Yeah.
It's like how do? It's
How'd
like,
you do that?
It's like
How'd you-
I forget how to react to it when someone's reacting in a way that I don't expect. Like
Yeah.
that. It's like that's really sad. It's like
It's
how
like
do you
how
do you
did
even see it that
How
way?
did you beat cancer? And he's like,
Yeah.
I didn't beat cancer, but I beat cancer, metaphorically. This man,
Yeah.
metaphorically, in his mind,
It's like
beat
cancer's
cancer.
not going to beat me.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna spend the next 2 years of my life. I already spent 5 years on chemo, fucking hating my life every second of it. Like these next 2 years are gonna be fucking awesome, because
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna die, and so fuck it. And you know, dude, I tell people all the time I'm gonna die at 25. I don't know if I'm really gonna die at 25, but I choose to believe it because I'm living. I like to live the next 3 years of my life like a fucking badass. So it is what it is. What's it called?
And
if
then
I
once
do
you
end
hit
up dying by
25, it's another 3 years.
Yes, and then if I don't die at 25, I'm like, damn, I'm really not making it to 27, guys. like, fuck.
I don't know how like super widespread this is, but I just know this because I'm interested in like use of like psychedelics and stuff. But I know like there's studies that happen a lot with cancer patients because that's kind of like a end of your life
Yeah.
thing where it's just like there's no coming back from
There
this,
isn't.
and I
Mhm.
have to like start to accept that. And people that have used like normally it's psilocybin shrooms like while they're I don't know super sad because they're not going to be alive anymore. They have this
Yeah.
new waking up experience that's like maybe it doesn't really matter that I'm not going to live 10 more years. Maybe like 2 is enough for me.
Exactly.
You know.
Fit 2 years. Fit those 10 years into 2 years.
And they can be alive for like 7 years, and then they'll do this like one time, and most people will call it like the top 5 most meaningful experiences that they've ever had.
Yeah.
Like out of all the experiences that they've had, they'll like put that one like way up there. Like
Yeah.
most people do that.
Because it's doable. You grab fucking
Grab
like,
life by the balls.
grab Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Mhm.
Grab that man, and the amount of shit he probably gets done in a day, compared to my day, uncomparable. Probably, you know, this man probably gets so much more done in a day than I do. So, so you can't fit 10 years into 2 years. You just gotta change your outlook on it and be like, okay, like I'm gonna get as much done as possible because, like, you're just gonna keep waking up and being like, I'm gonna wake up into this like sad old room and fucking like, and you realize that like this is now I have 1 day less to wake up in this sad old room. Like
It's
fuck
like-
that.
Yeah, it's like you have less options because you're on the brink of death, essentially, or
Which
you're
is
like
crazy because
crossing
your
the
options
path.
never left. Because, okay, if I told you right now, never mind, you do have those 10 years to live, you're probably not even going to fit those 10 you're probably not even going to fit those 2 years you had into those 10 years. You're probably going to do less now because I told you you have more time. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's-
just you're gonna watch an extra episode of Netflix now because I told you you have more time.
Yeah.
But if I
it's like
told you you were gonna die,
procrastination.
if I told you you were gonna die, you were gonna fucking turn off the TV and you were probably gonna go jump out of a plane.
Some people really need like an ultimatum like that to finally put their life together.
Some people really do need it. Like
Yeah.
pressure makes a diamond. I believe in that. But I do believe still like it's just tough, man. This whole situation of like trying to find the medium in life because pressure makes a diamond, but not everyone wants to go and fucking like, you know, sell their house and like use all their remaining money to like risk it all on a fucking, you know, like I don't know, a fucking country club or a fucking like arcade or some shit. I don't know, like you know, an investment. No one wants to do that. No one's gonna just sell their house and do that shit. You know, and I would recommend it might not be the financially most smartest thing to do. You know, I don't know, it's financially responsible, but some people there are stories out there of people doing that kind of shit and fucking winning.
Yeah.
You know, fucking winning, coming from
life,
a situation
just life
that we,
changes like that.
yeah, coming from situations that we can never understand, like that, and now they fucking, you know,
And it's like stuff like that, like big moves like that. It's clear that it's been in the back of their mind for a while, and they finally took the step that they needed to do, which is a lot of, you know, procrastination in
there's a push.
everyone's lives.
There's got to be a push somewhere in life.
Yeah.
Like somewhere, something's gonna fucking shove you in the back, like, and just
and hopefully
you're not
it's-
gonna be ready for it.
Hopefully, it's not going to be something terrible.
Yeah,
But most of the time,
most of the time it is, because honestly, I don't think people move for good things. When something good happens to
it's
you,
just harder.
yeah,
it's like
when something good happens to you, you just kind of more so go like, oh, that really made me happy. I'm comfortable now.
yeah, comfortable. That's
yeah.
a good word for it.
Yeah. And I don't know, dude. Like, just that's why, like, man, like,
That's why I like men.
it's why, yeah, it's why men
That's
really
why.
because this makes me super unfucking comfortable.
I
Like,
went
please,
to
sir,
church.
can you back your penis away from me?
I went to church today, and
Nasty.
Wow.
swear to God,
Nasty.
not even gonna lie.
Gross,
like,
dude.
so I went to church today, and I really noticed something. Like, one, how do we depict Jesus? First of all, like, dude with beard, long hair, flowy clothes, looks very like, you know, stonerish, right?
Yeah.
And then
I
at
mean,
the
I
end of
guess in
every
our
prayer,
eyes-
at the end of every prayer, you say
Amen.
Amen,
Yeah.
like Amen,
Amen.
Amen,
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, that's deep, bro.
Amen.
Or you go Amen.
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 Amen. What's
Amen.
Amen.
Like, I was just like, I don't know. It just kind of got me thinking for a little bit. Stop it. That has pesticide. No.
What's it got you thinking about though?
It's got me thinking, like, what if, like, he was just, like, trying to, like, explain everything, you know, in, like, a very stonerish way. He's just like, hey, man, listen. So, God, like, is, like, a mental construct. And, like,
mental construct.
like, he like,
came over there
technically,
and
That's a
every time
social
he came
construct.
into was talking about
Like-
fucking mental
like-
constructs.
like,
It's
he made all this shit, but he's not real. Like, he's here, but he's not here. You know, man? Like, amen.
he came out.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
fool, let
Yeah,
me tell
hey,
You
you.
feel me,
fool.
bro?
Yeah.
Hey,
And then everyone's just like, oh, shit.
It's like
Like, what's
word.
that new word?
It's like word. It's like after that, you're like word.
yeah,
right,
word.
because before he came around, what was basically all of like medieval times, dark times? What was that all about? That was about establishing a government and
Based off
and,
of religion.
and hierarchy and finding out what's right. Yeah, based off religion or just overall though, the main goal was to establish a hierarchy and or government and just build off of that. None of it really. So like he's over here telling us like something completely fucking like we weren't worried about those kind of things. So I mean, I guess I can kind of see what you're getting at. Like we were.
Look,
Mhm.
my thing is, I was like, I've talked to Carla a little bit about this. I don't like to talk about it a lot.
What, Jesus?
But, yeah, like Jesus and like
God,
Christianity, all that
etc.
stuff.
Mhm.
Because like I know people like see it completely differently, and like they blindly follow it as if it was just something that it's supposed to be, like something that's naturally supposed to happen. And the thing is always like it's not. Like when you look at it, when you look at the science and everything like that, like there's no, like there really was no like God. Like that, like when you really think about it, like no part of life just has it written down as God. Like you don't see that shit nowhere.
No, it's just a really well written story. It's a
a
really
story.
well written story, non-fiction or no fiction storybook
Yeah.
It's literally false
that
and
people took too
metaphorically
seriously.
Yeah.
It's like no. It's like dead ass. It's like let's pretend we're like we go back like thousands years back,
Mhm.
and like I had like a copy of fucking Alice in Wonderland, and I said y'all like Alice like or the Mad Hatter, bro, like. That's God. And what did the Mad Hatter say? He said he told Alice that fucking goddamn motherfucking ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
No,
No, but
have you
the-
seen that meme? It's like a little
It's a
little black
meme.
kid,
It's funny as fuck.
I think
and he
I
was
know
like
what you're talking
can't even cook a
motherfucking
goddamn ham
sandwich.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, like let's just say I got a really good, well-written storybook, and it fell out of my pocket, and some guy grabs it and goes, "Wow, this has to be foretelling our futures. Like this has to be fucking."
I mean,
like,
a lot of
let's
It's
stories
either
are
foretelling
based
our
on
futures.
some
Let's
sort
drive off of this
religion.
quote.
Mhm.
Let's drive off of this one quote right here. Like,
I mean, like 90% of like the entire world, except for probably the last like 100 years, had their belief in Christianity. Like
Yeah.
everyone was, or almost everyone was some form of Christian.
and there's no
Maybe not 90%.
and-
Maybe
but
that's an
we don't need
exaggeration.
to knock
but
that though.
And
But-
again, like I really try not to talk about it because of the fact that like my family's Christian. Like my dad's side of the family is like mostly Catholic. My mom's side of the family is, well, my mom is non-denominational, so she goes to like the type of like Christian.
Fucking weird.
She goes to like those like Christian churches where like they just basically read from like the universal type Bible, where it's
Imagine
just
having
like,
to always to like tell people what like form of Christian.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're non-denominational.
yeah, non-denominational. It's just like, oh, what's
that's
that?
how it is. At
That-
a lot of, well, I guess not a
Fuck
lot of
that,
churches, but
dude.
when a lot of like Christians people meet, they're like, oh, it's kind of like a question. It's like,
But
oh, so
dude,
what
here's my
denomination
problem
are you?
is that even among like, okay, even when you choose who your own like, you finally find out what you want to be, like, Martin Methodist or like unorthodox Christian, then you're gonna find your church, and it's
Yeah.
like an unorthodox church isn't the same as another unorthodox church.
Yeah.
Really, they're in competition to see who could pull in more followers and fucking get a
Mhm.
bigger building by the end of the day. So that's
Yeah.
my problem with church right
money,
now.
money is a big issue.
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
my problem with church. Like, how many
It-
churches do you know?
It's easy
I mean-
to see church as just a business. Which
yes,
is a-
because how many
which is a
churches do you
problem.
know currently that are probably like in the middle of expanding?
Yeah.
Oh, we're expanding the church. We have a lot of donations recently, and we're going to expand. And we're just really going to make it look nicer inside. We're actually marbling the bathroom floors now. Like, did God want a marble bathroom floor? Is that what He really intended for us? I mean, okay, fuck it. Like, I guess.
Wanted Moses to like take his shoes off, didn't he?
Right,
I
like-
think when he was like, he was walking on like some holy sand, I think, and he was like, Moses, take your shoes off. I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I think that's like kind of how the story goes.
Yeah.
So
Or
what you're saying
a very
is
similar
I
part
need
of
to
the
take my
story.
fucking shoes off when I walk in. a
Yes,
marble
whenever you
bathroom.
walk into any place, because of it's God's creation, you don't have to wear shoes.
Fuck yeah.
Just it's in the Bible, dude. Like I don't care, no shoes, no shirt, no
Was it
service.
my thing is always like money has always been the issue, with Christianity, and it's always been like,
But they
people.
want to act like it's not.
I mean, but
Which is another problem.
my
Yeah.
biggest issue is the fact that no one really wants to kind of see it as this was all just a plot.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
it was a
It's
story.
a fear of believing that. That's why a lot of people stay. They don't want to find that out.
Look, and I was telling her that like today at mass, I was like, I don't know, I just really don't like this because I remember what I told you. The father
yeah.
today said that what he asked, he was like, "What is wisdom?" And everybody was just silent like usual, waiting for him to answer it.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Wisdom is you following God's will." He was like, "That is wisdom." And I was like, when you look at it in a sense, God paves the way of. This is how a lot of people say it. God paves the way of how your life is going to play out. Whether you decide to follow that way or not is completely up to you. You have free will, but you already have the road paved. So basically what ends up happening is that the people who are sinners are people who decided to walk a different path and decided
They
to do
use
bad
their
things.
free will to do bad things, not
Yeah.
Yeah.
not be righteous.
Or sinful
Yeah.
Of
things.
course.
And so basically it's either you do what God tells you or you're going to go to hell.
But you have free will.
Yeah, but you have free will. Like
Yeah.
you have free will to do whatever you
No,
want.
it's to weed out the snakes, to really see who's going to do what.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get that.
But the thing is, though, it's like this was mainly just a plot made up of one man who decided to wander the entirety of
See,
Eurasia.
The way I try to look at it is because I see what you're getting at, but I try not to look at it as like, oh, he's basically like already like self-determining what we're gonna do next.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, like, I never thought, like, I don't think that someone from then would think, like, oh my God, like, even people, like, centuries from now will still be believing this. No, I mean, I just felt like that at the moment, it was just a comfort method that he decided to create because, I mean, you got to think, like, he was Jewish, first of all. Jesus was originally Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Then he created Catholicism, which he wasn't even part of. He just created an ideal. He created an idea, and people created a religion based around his ideas
And morals.
and morals. And so after that, they had seen this one Jewish man die by the Romans.
Miles.
They had seen this one Jewish man die by the Romans because he had a different way of thinking. And so with that, he had basically created
They established that dog-eat-dog
Yeah.
world, dude.
Yeah, they established
canceled
the
that homie.
Look, they
Homie got canceled for being Jewish.
They established that it is a dog-eat-dog world, and as a comfort method, everyone was just like, well,
Let's just be Christians.
what Jesus believed is real. What he believed is real because it's not something that is physically here. Yes.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have killed the.
Yet Miles, stop.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have killed the dude if he wasn't
Yeah.
wrong. You know.
Yeah. So basically, what it is he went against the methods. Stop.
That mic is on, by the way. I hope he like just starts licking it. I mean, like
I don't know.
the crucifixion story is an interesting one because it's kind of tells the story of humanity like destroying what was precious, because we were either scared of it or I mean, I think of it kind of as a fear thing that people were scared of this other being that wasn't
Yeah.
that was above them.
But the thing is, it was like how they don't hump that one.
Oh, she's getting ready. He's getting ready.
Yeah.
Isn't it like every sin we ever did, like when we started?
Oh my God, he's about to do it.
Dude, why is he so horny?
Isn't it
I
like
have no
every
clue.
sin we ever did really just
Because
started, like,
his
establishing shit?
huh?
Every sin we ever like really did, like just made things worse and worse for like ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, and some
because
of that's
before
true.
we used to have like a paradise, like humans couldn't like
the Garden of Eden.
we couldn't like catch diseases and all that. We were like
We
literally
were-
like perfect and
Yeah.
shit. And then we like
We didn't.
yeah.
I don't know if it was perfect, as in like that we weren't gonna die, but in the I don't remember if it said that like we were immortal.
He gave us shorter lifespans. I think that was something that happened.
Well, I think it was more the realization that we're gonna die is what happened. So I don't think we were immortal. I think we were like like dogs, in the sense that they're gonna die, but they don't
know.
They don't realize.
They don't. Yeah.
They don't
They don't
realize
think
it.
about it.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about this the other night. In a
Mhm.
way, we were talking
See-
about like how we can compare like how conscious a being is.
Yeah, see,
It-
I just can't do religion. Like, it's just not my thing. I'm not atheist. I believe in a God. I just don't know if it's the God y'all believe in, like, or the people who get their storybooks read to them believe in. What's it called? But like, I've just already come to the conclusion that like, to the best of my knowledge and to the
Mhm.
best of what I think is currently right as a human being, because I'm learning every day. I learn every day new things. I learn what's right, what's wrong every day. Currently, from what I think is right and wrong, I practice that. It's what I do every day. I put that in every day. What I do every day, I will try to be the best person that I currently think is what is considered a good person.
Rub him.
And so
No, not kick him.
I just
It's like if he starts humping it again.
fucking Miles.
I know.
But yeah, I try. So I'm living my life to what I think is the best person. And if someone comes to tell me, like, that's why, like, I'm so headstrong. People tell me I'm really headstrong sometimes. Because if someone comes to tell me something, I'm just like, dude, like, okay, like, it is what it is. Like, my bad. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
care. But I don't care because I've come to, like, the terms of what are ideally all right and morally all right in my own head. Like, I don't think I'm a bad person, you know?
Mhm.
And maybe I've got that fucking serial killer mindset. I don't know, because some serial killers go like, dude, it was okay. Like, killing him was
Yeah.
all right. But I don't know. I've established this in my head that these morals and ideals, like I think I have a solid understanding of what's right and wrong. So I'm going to go through my life just deciding what's right. And, like, I don't know, like, because I did try, like, maybe, like, a year ago to 2 years ago, I tried opening myself up to Christianity. I tried finding the answers, like, within there, because my life, like, had struck, like, fucking, like, rock bottom, and I was like, there's
Yeah.
something wrong. Like, why is there something wrong? Why do these religious people look so happy when they're posting about religion? And I figured out that they're not happy. They go through just the same tough times that I do. They just tend to post
They have
another
a
quote.
belief system.
Yeah, they just tend to post their quotes and kind
I
of
think
like
a lot
blindly
of people
rely on
feel
it.
the way that you do. That at some,
Yeah.
I think most people in their life have tried at some point to
Be religious.
maybe not on their own, but they've been like brought into a Christian like household or
Yeah.
something like that. But
And that's how
I
was
don't
kinda seeing
I
it.
don't think the Christian idea can function the way that it used to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are realizing that,
I
and
think
that's why
people just
that's
need-
why it's
yeah.
not many people are Christian anymore.
I
It's-
think people need to stop putting magic behind it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Mhm.
Because I think right now, people who aren't religious, who want to try and get into religion, think that shit's fucking magic. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I got a fucking great story. Like, this is fucking awesome. Like, I went to church with my ex one fucking time, okay? Frankie's,
love this one.
Frankie's laughing because he knows the story. I don't know if I told you
love
yet,
this one.
Jason.
I don't think so.
But Frankie's fucking dying because he
Oh.
loves this story. But so I fucking went to church with my ex, okay? And she took me to church with her mom. And and this is a Spanish church, and I understand Spanish, like, really well. But, like, sometimes speaking it, I'm a little fucking, like, a little stupid when it comes to that. I'm a little, like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
okay.
However, so we go, and everything gets done. We're going through the fucking, where he gets up, he's talking about shit. We do the introduction. We do all this. We do that. And he finds out that I'm new because he goes, is there anyone new in the church? And my ex's fucking mom fucking goes, him, over here. He's new. And I'm like, fuck. And he's like, ask me my questions, everything in this. But then he said, I got something good for you at the end of the show. And I was like, God,
you get to smoke with me in the back of the building.
fucking wish. No, I'm like, God, fucking damn it. So, and then he finally, the show gets done, or like, I'm fucking calling it a show. God damn it. Whatever you call it, the preaching
The
gets
mass.
done. Yeah, whatever. It gets
Yes.
done, and people start coming up to the front. This is when the music starts playing, and like you understand, like this is like the outro, and like people are about to start leaving. And everyone's some people, not everyone. Some people start getting up, and like you got those people who are like the type who like when like people start singing Jesus shit, they pick up their hands and like get like they say it makes them feel closer to God.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they start doing that shit, and people start walking up with their hands like that, and they go up to the front in front of the podium in the stadium. And the pastor is going from like left to right to those people who went up to the podium, and he starts putting his hand on their head. They're standing up, and they're all standing up, and he starts whole hand, like full palm, just fucking puts their palm on their fucking head, like in front of their eyes and nose, not their fucking like up here, like fucking eyes, hand, nose, like this, and then fucking just starts fucking shaking them, starts shaking their fucking head, and he starts fucking blathering some shit, like I don't know what the fuck he was saying, because that shit, like I understand Spanish, but that shit was fast, but he's talking about
like Spanish radio station type shit.
Yeah, he's talking about like uno, dos, cinco, tres, like llama ahora. Like, I was like, holy fuck, like, get the fuck away from me, bro.
He tore the pillow.
But
Oh, really?
Yeah,
God damn it, Miles.
Oh, wow, we ripped that shit open.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. It's just a really old pillow. I'll get Cody to sew it.
He said it was my throat
Just
pillow.
take it out of his mouth.
Nah, God
Miles.
fucking Miles. He really fighting that shit.
Yeah,
But
he really
anyway,
wants- he's just gonna eat it.
hold on, let me continue with this. So he starts shaking them to their very being, and he starts fucking yelling some gibberish, and he's talking about I think he's saying the Holy Trinity, something like, because he's like El Espíritu de Santos, like Holy Trinity, something like quesadilla, like tamale. And I was like, oh goddamn. And I'm looking, I'm all the way at the end. I'm at the last one, and I'm looking to my left, and I'm like, oh shit, he's rocking his ass.
Oh my
And
God.
eventually they start crying though as he's fucking rocking their shit, and they fall to the ground. They fall to the ground on their knees, their knees start trembling, and they're crying, looking down, and and then he puts a towel over their head, I guess so people don't see that they're crying. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he keeps doing it, the same thing to fucking everyone. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm starting to get a little nervous. But I'm also getting excited. I'm like, holy shit. This man's about to fucking take me on a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm ready for this. Let me meet God. I unclenched my asshole and everything. I was like, let me meet God. Yeah, fuck yeah. And
Oh my God.
and so it fucking comes time to where he's about to rock my shit. And I'm just like, I end up looking down, because everyone looks down. That way he's not fucking putting it exactly on my face. But he still found a way, He goes like this to me. And I'm just like, God fucking damn it. And I remember thinking, the first thing I was like, this guy's a big ass palm. Because this man got it all over my face. I said, fucking hell. I was like, please tell me you put Germex on after every fucking human. But then
my God.
he just starts fucking rocking me. And I'm like, no fucking wonder these people are fucking crying. This shit hurts. Man's rocking me, dude. And I'm over here rocking, and I realized why people started dropping, though. But here's the thing. I couldn't help but fucking start smiling. So I put my head down because I'm laughing over here, and I don't want people to see me laughing.
Yeah.
And so I put my head down, and
That'd
I'm
be
fucking
disrespectful.
giggling, dude, to myself. I'm like, no fucking way. While he's rocking me, I'm sitting here like, no way. And the reason people go to their knees is because this man's put such pressure on you to make you fall to your knee. Because, dude, I wasn't giving in. I was like, nah. After a while, I turned this shit into a challenge. I said, you're not going to fucking knock me to my knees. But he grabs both hands, one hand on my head, one on my shoulder, and pushes me to the ground. And I was like, no fucking way. And dude's strong, actually.
So
I ended up on the ground.
You kind of expected it to be a spiritual thing.
I
but it was all
expected
physical.
some magic.
From
Yeah,
you, it was just all
I expected
physical.
some spiritual journey, but this shit was physical as fuck.
He's just
and
beating the
nothing
shit out of
changed.
you.
Yeah, beat the shit out of me, sexually. I was about to cancel his ass. I was so upset, dude, because nothing changed in me. If anything, I thought this guy was a dumbass now. That's all that happened. I was like, this guy's a fucking dumbass.
Miles.
And everyone's been giving this guy money for some fucking weird reason.
Yeah.
I was like, I tried to let him in. I tried. The dude, I was like, no, this dude's fucking retarded, and people are giving him money for no fucking reason. And so I gave up on the idea of religion after that, dude. I gave up on it.
Yeah, let me turn it up.
After that, I just gave up on the idea of religion. I assumed that this shit was just a waste of my time, and I just found my own path after that. But if anything, it's weird because that was a good thing for me, because me figuring out how stupid that shit was, I was like, Froylan, you're really not that bad of a person to begin with. I was like, sometimes maybe shit that's happening to you is just happening to you because shit happens. And I was like, so get over it. Shit happens, and you're gonna get over it. No one's really gonna tell you if it's right or wrong. Like this whole finding God crap is like I said, I don't not believe in God because I truly believe that like sometimes I'll be sitting outside, dude, looking at the stars and be like,
How did this come to be?
Like this didn't just
Yeah.
come. Like you can't just like yes, let's go to the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me a bunch of gases
The show?
and fucking whatevers and shits fucking, happen to really establish all this. But no, like, where'd the gases come from that started this shit? Where did all this
Yeah.
come from? Something started something, okay? Something. And
It
so
doesn't have to be God that you believe in. I think
Yeah.
people just need some sort of belief system. And again, I think it used to be worldwide most of Christianity.
Don't-
And then some
yeah.
people are losing that, but they're not replacing it with something.
I don't
which
think,
is, I think, a
religion
problem.
should be the reason you don't do bad things. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Because let me be honest with you. If you're fucking thinking about doing things that are bad, you're probably just fucked up. And you're probably a bad person. Just get over it, though. Deal with it. You're a bad person, bro. Just don't do it or do it. I don't
Recognize
care.
that it's wrong. And,
Yeah, recognize it's
just figure it
wrong.
out.
Or just do it and deal with the consequences, honestly.
Yeah.
Because don't if you're letting religion be the reason you're not doing a bad thing, you low key want to do a fucking bad thing. There's only you want to be fucking bad, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like, come on, bro. Like, yo, this bitch wants head. That guy wants fucking head. Everyone wants fucking head. But Jesus told you not to give the
No.
homie head.
Yeah.
Like I know plenty of nasty females and nasty dudes who put their Bible quote on their fucking Instagram, but use the poop shoot for fucking for
The poop shoot.
like fucking
I know.
fuck it, just go. Like there's a book I've read called it's
I
called The
don't-
Moral Landscape. I think it's by
Sam Harris. I think.
Sam
is what you're
Harris,
talking
yes,
about.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I haven't read it, but I do know who that
It's
is.
a good book. I have it.
Yeah.
If you want to read it, I finished already.
Okay.
But anyways, it's really just his whole thing in the book is basically saying that you can put that morals and beliefs and morals and ideals usually root from like a spiritual to science to no, not scientific. A spiritual to just a spiritual area in life. That's how we came up with our morals, from religion to spiritual beliefs and etc. And really, it's not that deep. He's saying that he can actually put the idea of who taught me this is not right or wrong? Who taught me not to have sex with this girl until I get married? God. So it's probably wrong morally. However, he's saying we can put morals and beliefs on a scientific level, not the level we can put this on a scale of science instead of just saying God told me not to do it and that's religious and or spiritual, so that's why we don't do things. No, he's saying we can put this on a scientific level. We can go so far back as to the first villages to ever believe in anything, and just be this has always been a bad thing or this has always been a good thing. And really that kind of shit decays as we go on, there's none of us now who would be willing to bow in front of a queen or queen, but before, if you didn't, you get your head chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a rough world.
Shit that we are okay with, hey, homegirl, you're not wearing a fucking dress that goes all the way to your fucking ankles. Nah, you're wearing denim shorts where I could barely just see your fucking, booty hole. So, really,
Yeah, he's kind of the opposite of... I think he describes himself as an atheist.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
does.
really on the scientific side of
Yeah.
it. Sam Harris,
But
the
see,
guy who wrote
and
that
that's the
book.
problem. People usually come across atheists and go, probably think you're fucking...
They have no soul.
you're a
sometimes.
monster. You're the type of
Yeah.
person who's going to be on,
You have no
death
morals.
row.
Yeah,
you're going to be on
stuff
death
like
row
that.
soon.
I think
But
that's
no,
a really bad
I know plenty of
representation of
atheist
atheists.
people who are really good people. They're really considerate. They're very kind. And they go, why would I be a mean person to you? There's no benefit to me being a mean person to you. I'm actually a fucking, a big old bear. I fucking love cuddles and hugs and shit. I just don't believe in God. That's it.
Yeah.
Look,
So I'm putting my morals and beliefs on a scientific level. I understand that shooting a person in cold blood is wrong, so I'm not going to do it. Period. I don't need God to tell me that.
look. So, the one type of atheist that I really like is Ricky Gervais. type
It's the hot
atheist.
ones, right? Oh, never mind.
Look, so if you ever there's one show that Ricky Gervais is in. I can't remember which one it is, but he explains about his type of atheism. and this is like actually him like speaking through his
I
character.
know what you're talking about. Is it Afterlife, the Netflix show?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's that one.
I kind
And
of want to see it.
she was basically like, how do you,
If
how
anyone's
can
seen
you
it,
not
leave a
believe?
comments and tell me if it's good or not. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
So basically, like, how the scene goes is like, one of his coworkers is just like, how do you not, how do you not believe in God? And he goes, well, that's simple because everything can be explained with science at the moment.
This.
Yeah. Stop.
He said, didn't he say something like, it
Stop.
was like, there's thousands of gods out there, and it's
Yeah.
just like, I just don't believe in one more. Like,
Yeah.
he said something like that, I think.
Yeah, he was basically explaining that there's so many different versions of gods and God that you can't really just believe in one because, I mean, like, how are you going to be able to believe in one and not believe in the other? You know? It's just that type of mental concept.
Yeah. It's really trying to
Well,
find
I
a
mean,
needle
one
in a
thing about the
haystack.
Bible is, or the Ten Commandments is, I don't know the word.
You-
for
you
word, but it's
can't-
like you can't have other idols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Which
can't
means
idolize anything else
Exactly.
except for God.
Yeah. The
You
one
know?
true God.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the thing is, though, it's like that's just so fucked because it's like there's so many different versions of God. Like how can you not think about one of them being the actual God?
Yeah.
You're not fucking beating me. You can't
No matter
beat,
what,
you can't
you're not,
beat me, bro.
No matter what, someone's gonna get pissed off.
Just because
Yeah.
someone doesn't believe in God, like I don't think I would say that I believe in God, but I still like recognize the importance of like the stories in the Bible, or some of them, the ones that I know a little bit about. And
Stop it.
Like I respect it. You know, I'm not totally I'm not just gonna shit on Christians for believing in God. Like I think it's
Yeah. It's a healthy construct, but the only thing is, though, is
Yeah.
like how it's being portrayed and how it's being
or how
like,
it can be portrayed.
or how it's being executed at the moment and how it's been executed for like
I think
the
we
past.
really fucked up on the execution now. Like I think like
The Catholic priest thing was a big one, dude.
Yeah.
I think church now are just businesses. Really,
It just got
it's fucking
it
real
got a little
estate,
too
dude.
corrupt.
Yeah.
I think, but I know, I'm just saying this because the type of church that I grew up in, there wasn't a lot of like the people that were there, they weren't like fakers.
Dude, I can't
Like,
wait
it
till your
wouldn't
balls
really,
get chopped
It wouldn't
off.
really matter to them
wouldn't-
if
you won't
like
be so
I had like gone
fucking
up or
mean.
someone was like, God didn't really exist. They would have been like, I don't really know if it matters that he really existed. You know.
Yeah.
It's more just
Yeah.
about the importance of like the morals and the stories and stuff
because,
like
yeah, exactly.
that.
Because some of the like quotes and
Are you done?
morals are real. Like some of them
Yeah.
are like
Ow, wow.
like like I don't know what is that neighbor one that everyone knows, like treat your neighbor like whatever.
Oh, it's like love your neighbor as thyself or something.
Like,
yeah.
that's a good one. Like hey, like yeah, like if you're my
that
neighbor,
is-
I'm finna respect you. Like you know?
Yeah.
like
Unless they're transgender.
unless
That's
they're
a joke.
transgender, then you gotta hit them
Yeah, you just gotta slap them.
or hit it. Yeah. What's it
Oh,
called?
it-
Ah, fuck. I'm really gonna get some lash on that one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we both
guys.
might.
Stop.
But again, anyone who knows me knows that I don't care like what you.
yeah, like here's the
identify
thing,
as.
like you, dude, like if you're
That's why I don't like.
gonna be my friend, you're gonna be my friend. You know?
Yeah, like
I don't
most people
care.
won't
regardless.
understand me enough to the point where like I can say a joke here and then they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Oh my god, he
yes,
actually
like
believes
I
this."
really didn't mean it. Like, dude, like it's like I just thought it was funny and like we're friends. Like, can we be friends? Like, and set that aside. Like, you know, like I don't care about anything
Like I'm not
else.
personally attacking you. That's definitely not my goal here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it called. It's like we can all be buddies. We can all get along. And like, okay, look. If you tell me one time, if we're hanging out, we're hanging out one time, and you tell me that you aren't cool with me making a transgender joke, fine. You're not gonna hear from me again when I'm around you.
Yeah.
That's cool. I respect that you told me that. I'll still tell a joke, but not around you. But like, you know, like I value like what you respect, and if you had enough, if it meant enough to you that you needed to tell me, I'm not gonna be like fuck you. Like I'm done making those kind of jokes.
I think something that's that the I don't know if it's necessarily the trans community kind of messed up on with their movement was it's hard for me to I have a fear somewhat of talking to a trans person, not because they're trans, but because
You might fuck up.
I've been told by anything on the internet or even in real life that like trans people are generally made out to be like not weak, but like very, very, very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I don't think that's necessarily true.
It's not necessarily true,
And it's
but
not a good thing to like tell
but I
people.
will say that like any
They're
type of
trigger easy.
discussion, any type of discussion that like you try to explain, like, you know, it's something, certain things aren't right, like how trans people feel like that they don't feel comfortable explaining to somebody that they have had a sex change.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Like
look,
maybe I won't understand it because I've never had a sex change, and I don't really think I have no intention of ever having one.
yeah,
But I'm personally curious. Like I'd like to hear your story.
yeah. But here's my only problem is that say you're at a club, you see a woman, she's fine as fuck, and then
But she used to have a dick.
yeah, she used to have a dick.
That's hot.
But here's the thing though, it's like to each their own. Like if a guy likes a trans girl, yes, that's fine, and it's not you know transphobic or anything like that. It's just a personal preference. Like if you have had a sex change,
Right.
me personally, I don't feel like having a sexual relation with you. We can still be friends, but I wouldn't want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
And it's just a sexual preference on my
Yeah, I
end.
wouldn't want to have
Yeah.
sex with you, but I'd be like, hey, homegirl, like, take me to the
yeah.
bathroom and show me where
Dave
that hole used to
Chappelle.
be.
Dave Chappelle compared it to I'm sure he got a lot of hit for this too.
Mhm.
But he was like, that's like beyond pussy or impossible pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get it? It's like
the
it's like-
Impossible Whopper or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the thing about his comedy is like I wouldn't say that, which is why he has to say it for me. It's like, yeah, I'm thinking it, but like I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like the art of comedy.
It's crazy
It's,
because, like,
it's
yeah.
saying things like, oh my god, like he really just went there. Like I've
Yeah.
had this thought and like, or not that I've had this thought, but like it's a crazy thought that I could see myself having that I would
Yeah.
never acknowledge.
It's
Yeah.
like you said, you said it, like you said that you can't have, you're kind of nervous to have like a conversation with a transgender. It's crazy because they're the type to tell you like, oh, just be yourself, like be yourself around me. You could be yourself around me, like, you know, like, and you're like, oh, okay, because they're gonna notice. They're gonna be like, you're really tense. Like, they're like, I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I just feel like I can't be myself around you. And then they're
Yeah.
like, dude, no, be yourself. And then you start being yourself, and then they go, oh, this is yourself.
I don't like
fucking
you.
yeah. I don't like it.
Which
like stay the fuck away
that
from me.
I wouldn't have a problem with, you know. But
Honestly, yeah. That's why I'm at the
I
point
wouldn't.
where
I don't
I'd
think,
rather
I don't know
take
if that would
lash
actually
now.
happen.
But here's
But,
another thing
yeah.
is like transgender people who haven't had their sex change yet, but still not letting people know about that also. You know? Like if you
Like it's
if
just in the darkness, like no one, they don't talk about it. You mean?
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
Look,
But I
look,
feel like you're getting like to the point where are you saying like if they got into a relationship with someone or like got sexually intimate with a person and didn't let them know?
look, here's my thing. It's
I'd
like
be pissed.
it's like something like
Yeah.
that. Like, look, so if you go to the club and you are trans, you know, you dress in like, you know, woman's clothes, but you still have a penis, you know, like there's no hiding that fact. You can't lie around that fact. So whenever you get hit on by a dude, yes, you are like, oh my god, like, you know, he's hot, all that shit, like, and he's like, dude, like, do you want to go like have like, you know, sex, you know, casual sex or something like that, or do you want to get in a relationship? And you're just like, oh yeah, for sure. And then you guys go to have sex, and then he realizes that you have a penis, and he's like, I
Mhm.
thought you were like,
Fuck.
you know, like you were changed into a woman,
Yeah.
you know, or I thought like, you know, you were, you know, you were already
So
a
basically
woman.
just gay sex.
I mean that's it. Like, you know,
I don't know what you call it.
the thing is,
I
though,
mean-
it's
I just don't know.
it.
So she hasn't
How-
gone through her transition yet. So
Yeah,
she's
she
still
has-
a guy.
Yeah, she hasn't gone through her
okay.
transition
Okay.
yet. Not,
So yeah, that's just gay sex.
I mean, essentially.
But she already started it. Okay, if she's changing her gender, if
Now you can
if
take
she's
hormone
willing,
blockers for stuff
yeah,
like that.
if
yeah.
she's willing to transition, then that probably means that this person understands that they have not yet became a woman yet. So they probably do understand that it's still gay sex. So yeah, that's gay sex. No,
I mean, but that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Is like there was a point in time where like trans people like got personally upset because of the fact that they're like, why do I have to say?
I think that's because transitioning is not as openly as like being able to transition wasn't as like, not that it wasn't open.
No, but they're still
it was a
like
lot
that.
hard. It was not as accessible as it is now.
Mm.
And look,
Yeah,
and look.
that's
Here's my
true.
thing. Here's my thing. And if Maddie, if you're watching this, this is not an attack against you. I
It absolutely is.
sometimes I don't like talking to Maddie about this because, like, I literally shut up. There was something that happened at the store with Angel, which I personally thought was, kind of funny. But then again, like, it's not
damn it.
because if he does, like, if this customer, because let me just tell the story. So basically, this customer's in there. We're about to take tills. And what ends up happening is Angel walks by, and Toby went to go help Angel out. And so while they're gone, I'm checking out. Yeah, I'm checking out the customer, and dude looks at me and he was like, "Did you see that girl in the black dress?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Damn." Yeah, talking about Angel.
Wait,
And
Toby said this?
No, some random customer.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yes, like if Angel was a woman,
Did you snitch?
huh?
Did you snitch?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Angel identifies as a girl.
Mhm.
As of right now, she identifies as a girl, but she still has her manhood. It's an undeniable fact. Well, I don't know it, but if she does, that is an undeniable fact.
Yeah.
Angel, I'm sorry. Like, if you're listening to this, you do get offended by it in any type of way, but that's just stating something. That is just stating something out there.
It's just you're just stating what you believe,
Yeah,
which
it-
might not be what she believes. Just because you probably don't understand it, just in the same
Yeah.
way that I don't understand it. Which,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's hard to understand, just like pretty much everything else is in the entire world. Like to
Yeah.
fully understand.
We can't just look at another person and be like, I completely understand. No,
Yeah.
like there's even if it's like relationship type shit. Like, there have been moments where I look at Carla and I'm like, I completely understand. Like, it's okay. I don't understand. I don't understand like what she's upset about, or I don't understand like how that makes her feel in a certain way.
Or why it makes her feel that way.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's
The
not
thing,
even about like how. It's more like why does this make
And
you
maybe
feel
she doesn't
bad?
even know why.
yeah. And that's the thing though, is like our sense of like sensitivities and our sense of basically we're two completely different people. We have two completely different mindsets. We think completely differently. Even if we are very similar, like the similar things, all that stuff, we're two completely different people.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, and so there's no physical and like, metaphorical way for me to ever understand you. And so that's why, I hope no one personally gets upset by any of the things that we have said today, because today was a very controversial like episode.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's a
I
little
mean,
bit of my fault. I'm
you
sorry.
kind of.
No,
I mean,
you're
we kind
good.
of. You kind of talked about it already, but like, in the sense that like, you're having like you're flirting with someone, and then
Yeah.
and then like, things get like really hot and heavy, and then you realize that they're trans. It's like
Yeah, you slide your hand down there and you feel a little
the only
You
problem
feel
that-
something
Hey,
sliding
the problem,
back.
Here's the
I
problem
think
that I
you
have
should go check
with
if you have
that.
cancer. I felt the growth down there. Like, no, that's just my cock.
Here's the problem
Oh.
that I have with that. It's not because that they're trans. It's just that they didn't tell me. It's like
Yeah.
they weren't truthful. It's like if I was dating someone, I'm gonna compare it to this. If I was dating someone for like 6 months, and then I found out that they have like a love and passion for like playing the violin, but they like hid it from me, like why would you like want to hide that from me when we're trying to like
Yeah.
do something here?
Yeah, no, it's imagine if you weren't even the type to, or imagine you were the type to date a trans. You're just gonna be like, well, I mean, like, why should I trust you now? You literally like we like dated
You weren't
for like
upfront with me.
yeah
about
we
this.
went on like 5 dates. We've been talking for like 3 months. We went on like 5 dates, and I was finally ready to just get naked in front of you, and
Mhm.
you fucking can't get naked in front of me because you have a penis. You didn't want to tell me. So like, I'm a
Mm.
little upset.
Yeah,
frankly.
it's like, but then that would get looked at like, oh, they broke up because he found out she was trans and he didn't like that. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I broke up because she didn't tell
because
me.
there's some guys who
She was not open with me about
yeah,
this.
there's some
and I want her to
very
be open
open-minded
about
dudes out
who
there.
he or she or they is. Like, I don't, you know.
It's good. You kind of just, man, like you really just don't want to fuck up trust in the beginning of like
Yeah.
that's
You
one
might
of those
as well
things.
be upfront.
But there will be people who will be understanding about it.
And
because
trust me, this is easy to say. It's not easy to do. I'm not saying it is. It's not easy to like talk openly about like stuff that's somewhat sensitive.
Because
But
when
it
things
should
are
be
going
done.
good,
Yeah.
when things are
nonetheless.
going good, when you're talking to someone, you're just like things are going really well, and I really don't want to fuck this up right now. Because sometimes you start thinking like I'd actually rather just like if this wasn't meant to be like a long thing, I'd rather enjoy these like moments than like fuck it up now.
It's like someone for a few months and then you find out that they're completely a different person.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's something.
fucked.
Yeah, it's
But that's why we should all start ourselves from ourselves from the beginning. Like just
Yeah.
be yourself. Like, dude, I remember what's it called? I like when I oh god. Okay, well, I remember when I tend to start getting ready to talk to a person. I get a little like nervous at first because usually, if I want to talk to someone, I there's because like I find them very attractive or cute or etc. And so I kind of like don't like give off like my full self. I kind of give off like a low key like like not a jerk. Not a jerk. No, it's too nice. There you go.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
know
Mr.
I'm
Nice
not
Guy.
too nice. I know that I'm kind of a dick. So but like I come across too nice, and so like I will like ease my way into it and be like, hey, like, oh, like, yo, like, no, like, this is actually how I am. Sometimes I feel like I was like kind of like, coming across like, because we haven't really had too much time like to converse and stuff, but like, I kind of like, this is how I feel about things, and this is how like I kind of like tend to like react and or act, and then and then really just see where they go from there. Because like I said, people could be understanding as fuck.
Yeah.
Some people, and I think that's just a part of what clicks. Like if they are understanding, then you've just made a click right there with someone, and then you can go off of that. Because fuck it, if y'all not clicking, just fucking end it, dude. Like there's nothing worse than ending like a relationship, like there's nothing worse than maintaining a relationship that there was
That's
never
based
clicking in
off
the
of
beginning.
lies.
Yeah.
Look,
it's
but
just not healthy.
here was like my only issue whenever I was trying to explain this to Maddie was the fact that I explained it to her. Like I explained the situation because like, it's just like the you ever watch I think it was America's Got Talent, and there was like one episode where like this fucking guy he's up there playing the piano, and the song is called "She's Got a Penis," and it's like this really old guy. And like he's playing the piano. He's like she's got that style, she's got that walk, she's got that talk, but there's just one thing. He says like that. He was like, but there's one thing, and then he just goes, she's got a penis. Like like she's the perfect girl essentially, but she has a penis. Like that's something that like, if you're a guy and that is just not your personal thing, like you don't like penises.
You can't look over that.
Like you just can't oversee that because yes, personality wise you are perfect, but the thing is though is like sexually wise, like I can't be intimate with you.
Dude, I'm a believer.
You can just have a different form of relationship with that person.
If you can have a different relationship, but the thing is though is like if anything, if you're really willing to be with that person, you could just wait until they get the sex change. But the thing is though is like there's not going to be any sex. But if you ever mention that, you are transphobic. That doesn't mean you're transphobic. That just means you personally don't like to have sex with someone who has a penis.
I think that's word is also another terrible what's the word? Implantation. That's not the word. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But it's like the way that the
I know what you're getting at though.
Yeah.
Implication.
Yeah, that. It's the way the movement went about it. It's like it's kind of like the go-to word of someone saying something that someone else thinks that the trans community might not like. It's like they're just being transphobic, and it's like, okay, so transphobic, if we just break that down, it means like you're afraid of a trans person. Like that's all that means. Or you're afraid of like the idea of being trans or something. And most people that are like called transphobic aren't like it's pretty rare that you're going to see a person that's just like when I think transphobic, I think of people that like they won't even touch, like they won't even like hug someone because they're like trans. Like that's what I think. That's what. Yeah, it's like that's gross. Like get away from me. And like there's very few.
I can be
people
friends
that are
with people.
actually
Like, I can
that.
be friends with a trans.
Yeah, there's so few people that are actually like, by the definition, transphobic, but it's used so like widely for because it's just it's like a getaway word. It's like you have nothing to say to me.
I can be friends with the transgender. It's just I don't know yet, but like. At least to what my knowledge is, I haven't found a transgender person who I can actually be cool with because they're all super sensitive. And I just don't work that way. Like I've tried to be, I'll talk to them like normal. I'll say, hey, like, but like,
if you really want to look at
my jokes are like, my sense of humor, my everything is gone, like like I break it down a notch. I'm not as strong. I don't come as strong as I normally do, You know, and I have like I think I have like a decently strong personality when it comes to like how like I like
Present
just
yourself and
yeah like
stuff.
I'm like
Yeah.
real just like you meet me and then 30 minutes later I'm telling fucked up jokes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Look,
So I just haven't been able to accomplish the feat of like becoming friends with a transgender person
Mhm.
because my personality just doesn't work for that, I guess. So it sucks, but because I wouldn't mind a transgender friend, you know, I'm like yo, like we're buddies, cool. You know.
my only thing is I was like, there are times where, uh, they'll come up with like, or not come up, but like there'll be like new discoveries about trans people and like people who are
Mhm.
trans. Like they'll do like the mental scans and everything. Like they'll check like a lot of like their bodily functions and everything. And they've noticed that or I'm not a scientist. I haven't checked it. I like the me type of person is that I have to see like physically see the science in order to believe the science. I don't know it, but the thing is though is like what scientists have said so far and doctors say is that the reason why trans people and everything like that exists is because of lower testosterone. So
I think that's definitely one factor.
so it's
In the sense of a man becoming a woman.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
think
so
that's one factor.
we also kind of see it. We also gotta kind of see it as like if we do try to approach a transgender person, we have to approach them as if they are the opposite gender. Because if you approach like I mean, but the thing is, though, is like I approach everyone the exact same way. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I approach everyone the exact same. But the thing is, though, is like because of that lower testosterone and that higher what was it the things that women have? It's not. It's basically like a female version of testosterone that makes them more sensitive.
Chromosome.
I don't know why. I think I might be wrong, but I want to say estrogen.
I
might
think-
be
I think-
wrong.
Oh, that sounds
Is
like
it
a good
estrogen?
word. That sounds like a good word.
Is
I
it
can't
estrogen?
remember.
That sounds like a good word.
That you guys have? It's like the female testosterone.
Yeah,
It makes y'all like
you
sensitive.
guys, like you guys as a group.
Yeah.
It's a group of hormones that play an important role in the normal sexual and reproductive development of women. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think that's one of the hormones.
I'm gonna start using that as a way to like be like, yo, can you
Estrogen.
like calm down with that fucking estrogen?
That's funny.
Fucking.
But look, here's the thing though: is like when it comes to transgender people, like they just say that they have a higher amount of estrogen than most males and a lower amount of testosterone than most males.
But even then, like, why would you dumb
You
it
know.
down like that?
Huh?
Like, why would you dumb it down? Like, I feel like if I said something like that, if I was like talking to trans persons, like, oh, like you're just trans because of this, they'd be like, what? Like,
No, it's
Like,
a personal
if-
choice, and it's like
no,
it's like
I'm just surprised that they would even try to dumb it down like that because obviously, like, it's complicated.
yeah,
it's
it's
very
it's a
complicated,
it's a
and there's,
lot
like,
more complicated than that.
Many factors in whatever's happening with you.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
not
mean,
saying those issues are bad. I'm just saying
See,
there's many
I
factors
really
that lead
think
up to
this
this.
is all just a mental choice. Like, at the end of the day. Like,
What,
just-
being trans?
Yeah,
I mean-
like, I don't believe any
Yeah.
chemical compounds or anything like that are really affecting it. Because like testosterone, bro, like testosterone is what men use to help you like grow muscle. Like when you're working out, like if you have a higher like testosterone level than another person, that shit
I mean, it's
makes
not
you grow
just that.
muscles. Like,
But it also
makes
affects.
people
affects
more
your, like-
aggressive.
yeah, it makes you more aggressive.
Testosterone itself, I believe,
Um,
is toxic. Like
also,
that's why
yeah.
men are, die
Yeah.
earlier than. Like, that's not only why men are generally
Literally
do stupider things
sex.
than women, but
You nutting drops your testosterone levels.
yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you guys this. Vasectomies. How do you feel?
Vasectomy?
About ever getting one?
Getting rid of your sperm?
No. Okay. So
just makes
I talked to
it
Carla
just
about
makes you
this.
sterile, essentially, right?
No.
Okay.
So testosterone, what it ends up doing is it doesn't eliminate any type of like sperm. It doesn't eliminate anything. What it does is what was a vasectomy again? You showed me like a whole video about
Wait,
it.
you said
I thought it just
testosterone.
made you sterile.
She wanted me. She wants me to get one eventually. I'm just like, no.
I thought it made you sterile.
Huh? No.
Vasectomy is
It's basically a way to like take out all of your testosterone.
yeah. So every time you have sex, yes, cum comes out, but it's not fertile.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're
Yeah.
dropping testosterone.
Oh wait, no, yeah, it isn't fertile.
So wouldn't that affect like me like
It should
chemically?
It does.
I think if you did when you got it, when you got it younger, I think it would be worse, or
Can't
it'd be more
you-
noticeable.
Isn't there another option though? Other than that, if you don't want kids, can't you just like snip something in there? I think there's like
That's
a
just what a
snipping option.
vasectomy is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Also reversible as well.
Yeah, I mean, clear. I'm
Oh.
sure there's definitely like a limit to it. Many times you can do it like successfully.
I don't want to.
But yeah, it is reversible.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I don't know if I ever got to a point where like
Right.
where I had a family or something and I didn't want any more kids and like she agreed she didn't want any more kids and then like maybe
To the point if it's like
like that I'm done. Like this part of my life is done. Like I don't want to have to worry
Yeah.
about this.
fine, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with it per se. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
My
it
thing
would
is, I was like,
it would definitely affect me. I don't know
yeah.
how, but
My
it would
thing is, I
definitely
was
would.
like I've told her, I was just like, basically, what you're essentially doing is you are cutting off your ties from your testosterone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you already have enough testosterone into your system to like make you like who you are. Like you're still a man.
Wait, so but doesn't that mean because less of it's going to like your sperm, doesn't that mean it gets regulated like more throughout your body?
Yeah. So basically, it
So
just
you have more testosterone. No, not more, but like you can.
Mhm.
It affects you more.
It's the
I
same thing with
guess.
sperm. Also, you know, whenever you don't come for like a really long time, so like say you nut, right, and then
Mhm.
like the nut builds back up, but like you don't nut for like another like few months. That nut then gets broken down and turns into protein that is then distributed all throughout your body.
Okay. So basically, what he's saying is, don't ever nut, and then you'll get swole.
Dude, this is some no fap like motivation shit. That's like fucking.
We're coming up on November, guys. It's all my no fap Novembers. Are you ready?
Don't fap, man. You're gonna feel fucking amazing,
I
man.
know
swear to God,
Ryan's
man.
down for
Swole.
that.
Yeah. Like no fap, dude. Like fuck yeah. Like that shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That's why I've gained like 0.3 like grams of muscle like in the past like
Yeah.
0.3 pounds. I said grams. 0.3 pounds
3
of muscle.
grams.
It's a seal. What's it hot in here?
No, I was fucking jogging with him up and down the street.
Oh, you were to try and get him like exercise out. That's what I had to do last night. Look,
Damn. How long do we usually do episodes for? I think we've
I
been
don't
here for
know,
like 2
between
hours.
2 and 3 hours normally.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're about to hit 2.
yeah. Was it? I don't want to say it's a problem because like it's just because of the fact that Miles isn't trained, like he's not fully trained. But my grandmother gets like really upset, you know, because of the fact that he's not trained.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
just old fashioned.
She had
always train their dogs.
He's
back
nearing
in
the
probably your
age
day.
where like you're gonna want to start training him.
No,
It's
yeah.
kind of seen as like just a form of like disrespect from you because you didn't take the time to like train the dog. So
Yeah.
it kind of looks badly on you.
I mean, but the thing is, I was like, I never really had time whenever I had Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, but now that I have this new job, I'm gonna be home from like 4 to like whenever.
Yeah, but
You know?
to be fair, though, I think training would have been better in the mornings.
It would have. I'm not. I don't know. The only thing is, I was like, if I wake up early, because we would get off at 11, you know, and just the drive home, that's like 15 minutes. Like, you know, we would do our late night gym
Yeah,
and everything. You know, that would
for sure. Yeah.
take all the way up until 2. So I wouldn't really have time to like wake up early in the
Because training
mornings.
takes at least like an hour and a half.
Yeah, dogs just kind of like mostly dogs that were back in the day that like just were not. They were just like what's the word? Kind of like spoiled, like brats. They were when dogs were like brats. They would just shoot the dog. Like
Yeah.
they were just like,
Yeah.
I'm not taking this, and they would just kill the
'Cause
dog and
he's
get another
gonna-
one
Yeah,
and
he
try to
needs
train that
learn.
one.
He needs to learn commands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs are
That
more
needs to happen.
known like now as they're being like people's buddies. Like you're
Yeah.
not just gonna kill a dog because it's like
I-
misbehaving. Like that's
Yeah,
wrong.
no, I do.
I
I
don't
am
know.
like a firm believer though, like that like dogs should have like commands though that like
You
no
said you
matter
had like a
what
training
situation.
dude, right?
Huh?
You said you had a training dude, right?
Training dude, yeah.
How much was it?
Can't remember, but what's it called? The biggest. I mean, like the only thing she really did was just establish the commands, and it was like shock collar training too. What's it called? Or more like tase training. Yeah, it's like a shock collar. And really, that was like the biggest thing about the whole training was like to understand, like, so he understands like if he doesn't listen to those words, it means shock, and when he does, it means treat. You know, And you do that enough, and eventually they kind of just learn. Because like I haven't had my shock collar on my dog in a long time. Like
Mhm.
honestly,
But some
a
people
long
think that's
time.
like really immoral to do that, and I'm
Yeah.
not totally like opposed to that idea. To it being like, I don't think it's like
See,
completely
the
immoral.
thing is, it's not like a terrible shock. It's like
yeah.
it's like you ever had that little like kid game or that little toy where like prank toy where you
Oh,
pull
like the gum.
where you pull the gum.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck.
Yes,
You
where
know,
where you pull the
Yeah.
gum and the thing kind of just makes your fingers feel like
Yeah, like shocks.
yeah, it feels
it
like
just
that.
vibrates you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it feels like that.
Yeah.
Did you
it
like
feels
try
like
it
that.
on?
Huh?
Did you like try it on?
Yes, we all
Really?
tried it on.
Really?
Actually, yes, and we all tried it on because she was like, "Look, it doesn't hurt, this and that." And then
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
yeah, and then you put it on your neck and you just go, "Oh, okay." There is a button though that it gives like a stronger shock, but that's like
If he's acting aggressive.
like he's about to
Yeah.
bite someone, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But luckily we never really had to use that. But yeah, like he's trained. He knows a lot of words actually. Like I could be like sit, lay down, paw. I could tell him to go through, and through means he will literally come to me and he will go in between my legs and he will just sit, like in between my legs.
Wait, what do you say?
Through,
Through?
and he'll come.
Huh,
He'll literally
interesting.
come to me, and get in between my legs and just sit down. And what's it called? And heel, stuff like that. He's a little. Some words don't kind of click with them as much as others though. Like heel, like is not like. He kind of like if I'm taking him for a walk and I say heel, like sometimes he'll still be a little quick. You know, I gotta be like heel, and he'll be oh okay, like kind of get it. You know, so just like the biggest words for us were like sit, lay down, through, because like no matter what, like where he's at, he will come to us. Place, that's a big one because I can tell him if I tell him sit, he'll come. If I tell Shadow to sit, he'll come to me first and then he'll sit. But if I say place, I could be like all the way over there, and if he's all the way over there and I say place, he'll just stay there and then I'll walk away and he won't move. And then I'll be like, and then the word is break. You use break, and he will literally like just break from his like commands, and he's
Oh,
a
we
free
just do
dog
whatever.
again. He can do
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if I say sit and he's like he won't get up, I'll be like, all right, break. He'll get up and go.
Mm.
What's
I
it
think
called?
I think some people kind of look at it like I wouldn't say the word torture, but it's like the dog's like resentful when you like tell it to do stuff.
He loves us. Like
Yeah,
I really think
I
like
don't
we've
think
done a
that's
good
how
job.
dogs work.
And here's the
Yeah.
thing: he's not like super duper trained either. Like the training was fun because it wasn't like military type training. Like he's like that's why like he's not like he's not like a fucking guard dog. Like he's like his commands like are very simple, and like this dog isn't like a dog where I could just be like like he's not like. And sometimes he doesn't listen all the time because he gets so excited and happy. Like he's not like poorly, like he just understands like things. Like we have no problem letting him just walk around the house on his own because like he's trained and he's we trust him. Like that's
Yeah.
all there is to it. He's not
Mhm.
like fucking like just like tenses up at the sight of us. Like I said, we haven't put that collar on him in like a year and a half. He's fine. He's fucking fine. He
Yeah,
loves
I mean
like,
the training was just part of the journey. you know?
yeah, and it's literally for like it literally
It's
lasted
like,
I think 2
do you really
months.
think dogs should only go through positive experiences in their life?
Yeah.
Like, even like humans can't do
you
that.
do that for a human and they're just gonna
yeah,
be
they're just
spoiled.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like how parents, like sometimes you can see parents like yell at their, or no, kids like yell at their
Yeah,
parents.
yeah.
And they'll just like take it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you trying to
So-
raise right now?
So what's it called?
Not trying to accuse people of like shitty parenting, but like some people are just bad
You gotta
parents.
discipline that
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Swear to God, do you hit him?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
How do you feel about hitting your children?
If they fucking
I
yell
think
at me,
if they
they're getting
look
their
at
ass
me
whooped.
in the eyes, I need to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, if they look at me funny, I swear to God, catching his backhand. No,
I swear to God, if they like just wake up, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of
right,
them. Like
why
just
the
stay
fuck did you not
asleep.
stay in bed? You
Yeah.
little cross
I guess
goblin?
I think people kind of forgot why, like it's important to sometimes hit your kids, or not necessarily hit, but some form of discipline.
You want to establish a consequence. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. You want to establish that.
It's like
You do
most
something
people,
wrong.
some people do, but most people do not hit their children unless they
See-
really think that it's going to benefit them
Yeah.
in some way.
See, my
in the
problem
end.
isn't hitting the children. It's what are you hitting them for? It's
Yeah.
what's the
It
consequence?
has to be called for.
Yeah. What is the what drew the line? What's the consequence? Like or like why are you why are you showing them that there's a consequence for what they did? Like,
I mean, it's kind of like a stereotypical like it's not stereotypical for like a father like that beats their kid, not like, but it's like it's not completely uncommon where like parents or mostly the dads will get like a kick out of it and like a power boost and they like actually enjoy it, and that's bad.
If you're,
That's
if
when you know
if
you're
you're
not meant to
stroking
be a
your
parent.
ego, that's
Yeah.
yeah, we all know that'd be
That's
fucked
a dangerous road to go down.
up. Really, it's like that Key and Peele video. I don't know if you guys seen it, like where the school bully, and like he understands his emotions really well, but he's a bully still, and it's like it's just really funny. I don't know if you've seen it,
Yeah.
I
where
don't
he
know, it
goes
doesn't
like
sound familiar, but
the bully
it sounds like
like
a good plot.
the kid's reading his book, and the guy goes like, "Why are you reading, loser?" And then the guy's like, "Because I like to read." And he's like, "Why are you bothering me? Like, please don't bother me." And then the guy like picks him up and goes, he's like, "My teachers say I read at a 3rd grade level, and if I don't start getting better at reading soon, I'm gonna flunk. And so when I see people reading for fun, it makes me mad." And
Yeah, exactly.
and then his dad came
It's
through.
like really honest bullying.
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
And then
okay,
his dad,
that's
and then the
cool.
guy was like, "Wait, you're actually like really in tune with your emotions. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we could solve this." But then his dad comes through and goes, "Get in here, boy, so I can." He's like, "So I could beat you up later because you remind me of my wife that left me."
Oh yeah,
and,
exactly.
and then the kid's like, "Okay," and then the kid's like, "And then I'm gonna internalize that the hitting that my dad did." And I'm gonna internalize that, and I'm gonna beat you up tomorrow.
Mhm.
And I was like, "What? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, like,
It's kind of like I like stuff that makes fun of, you know, just the way that bullies act, and like I guess I could say abusive fathers. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's like it's not funny that they're abusive, but like you can put a spin on it that's like adds humor to it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what comedy's
exactly.
for.
Yeah, comedy is
Yeah.
really. I think comedy. I honestly think the
Comedy
purpose of
has always been like a way to like ease the pain for certain
yes,
things.
comedy is literally supposed to attack like tough subjects. That's what makes shit funny.
Yeah,
You know,
And that's why
it's the things
like-
that you can't say yourself. That's
right?
someone else
Can would there even be comedy if there was like such a thing as a perfect world? Like, what would we joke about?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Like,
not.
because when we tell jokes, like, what's a joke? Like we make fun of something. We make fun of something that's not like like just like good. So like like if I like
Yeah.
decide to hop on someone's hairline, it's because he doesn't have a good hairline.
Yeah.
You know, if that guy has a fucking bomb ass hairline, I'm not gonna say shit because I'm like, damn, you can look
Yeah.
at my hairline.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, but
like-
like the thing is, I was like making fun of other people. Like, there comes to a certain extent.
Oh,
like,
there's a
you-
line. There's a line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like if you start like making fun of somebody and you're just like, oh, your hairline's fucked up.
But that was just like a way, like I was like, I mean, I was just trying to get my point across. Like it comes across, like it goes to the same thing with situations. Like
It's like, why are
Yeah.
you doing it?
yes, like
Why
it
are
comes to
you
the same thing with
actually- Yeah.
situations.
Are you making fun of them
Uh,
because you're like insecure about yourself?
Like we
Yeah.
can't make fun of a perfect day. Like let's say the sun's out and it's fucking awesome and everything's great. Like I'm gonna be like we're just gonna be sitting there like
Yeah,
fucking
fuck this
sun.
day.
Like
Yeah.
fuck the
This
sun.
day sucks.
Like look at that sun. Stupid looking ass sun. Like no,
Yeah.
like it's a great day. Everything looks great. Like no, like so you can't make fun. I feel like there wouldn't be comedy if there weren't bad things happening in life. Like I think you needed
Yeah.
bad things for comedy to like become a
Probably.
thing. Yeah, like
Yeah.
otherwise I wouldn't know.
If it was a perfect world, then we wouldn't have. We just wouldn't have as many like negative thoughts.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
that's kind of crazy because I've never really thought of comedy like that until now. Like, yeah, like I really don't think there'd be comedy without bad things. Like,
Yeah.
comedy rooted off of has really just
And
established its
all the
foundation of
comics
bad
that are
things.
like popular at all, like they most of them have like really sad lives.
plots, like or like
Yeah,
hero
or
origin.
there's some sort of like there's a deep sadness within them,
yeah,
which is why they like to make people laugh and stuff.
yeah, origin stories, etc. Yeah,
But
like-
some people will just watch them do comedy, like, look how fucking happy that guy is. I hate that guy. He's successful and he's rich and he's just so happy. And that's not who I am,
Dude,
so I hate that person.
Comedians are the darkest people, dude.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. Like, fucking Robin Williams, man. Robin Williams
Yeah,
was fucking
he was a genius.
champion, a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a champion, dude. He was fucking hilarious. He's a kind soul, but like he just didn't know how to get over his own things, and that's what happened. Who else was there? Like I think there's someone else. Pete Davidson. He scares me, man. Like he scares me because I feel like
Yeah,
he's soon gonna be like the next guy to go. Like he just has this like thing about
I used
him
to
where
be
like
more scared because it kind of used to annoy me. It kind of annoys me sometimes when people like joke about their mental health, but like
Yeah.
in a weird way that's just like, oh, I actually like need to be concerned about you.
But like yeah,
know?
like some people like some
and
people
he
like
kinda,
joke
he used
about
to
it.
kind of do that. I don't think he does it much
Yeah,
anymore, but he
some
used to do
some
that a
people
lot.
do that, but like like with Pete Davidson, you're like, yo, like I like, trust me, we know there's something fucked up like around your life.
Yeah.
Like,
The only
you know?
thing that like really I can really say just annoyed me about Pete Davidson is like, yes, like, you know, it like how you brought it up earlier. His dad died in 9/11.
Only he can use 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, only he can use 9/11 jokes, but he overuses them because he knows that's the only joke that he
I
can
think
just
that-
abuse.
that
I
is
think he's
something.
clarified himself too much as being like quote unquote damaged. So
Yeah.
he can comfortably make
But I still
jokes
think
about
he's a funny
himself.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a funny guy, but to me,
it's his
jokes kind of
it's
get
his
old.
way of, because it's not even his jokes that I think is what makes him funny. I think it's like in his movies and stuff.
The way he goes,
it's
the way he presents himself.
the way he presents himself. Like he just like
Yeah.
he'll stand there with like his arms like all awkward and just like
Yeah, I don't know how. It's like
Yeah.
his whole persona. It's just funny to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a funny guy, and he doesn't only need to talk about that if he really didn't want to. It's just sometimes when you've kind of like ran out of like something to say and you're like, okay, I got to tell a joke within like the next 30 seconds or else like something's
Yeah,
fucked.
and he's
you
like
know?
pretty creative with it too.
Yeah, you know?
Except he's only like 20 or 21 years old. So
There's like
most
one
of his
moment that like
jokes
really
are-
stood out to me is like, well, not one moment, but like what really got me to like realize it is like one, I would watch his stand up, and then and like that would be one of the jokes that he would talk about a lot, and then I'm just like, okay, like that there's that part, and then like I just kind of like skip it, go to another funny
Mhm.
part, and then I'll watch like what was it? I think he was doing a roast on Justin Bieber.
Probably, yeah.
I think
yeah, it sounds familiar.
I can't remember what it was. He was on a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, it was with Justin Bieber probably. most
Yeah,
likely.
and
I also don't like those, but continue.
and he said something about like his dad again. And I was just like,
Mm.
what the fuck? Like, okay. And then I just move on to the next video. And then he's doing a show with Kevin Hart, I think currently. He's doing a show with Kevin Hart, and this family has a trampoline, and he goes out into the backyard and he starts jumping on a trampoline, and
I think I know which one.
Kevin Hart's over here is just like, Kevin, no, you can't do that. Kevin, get back inside. And he was like, it's okay. I'm malnourished. I'm underweight. He was like, I can jump on this. I won't break it. He was like, I never got to jump on one of these because my dad died. I was like,
That was uncalled
What?
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
and then Kevin Hart's over here like laughing, but like it's more of like, oh, like
No,
you really didn't
there
have
was-
It's
to
like
say
there
that.
was
it's because he
one
didn't
dead
he
dad
didn't do
joke
it
that
in a
was funny as
creative
fuck.
way at
Yeah,
all.
there was one dead dad joke that was funny. I think it has to do. It was that same show. 'Cause-
Yeah.
So he used understanding that show. He used that joke more than once.
Oh,
But
really?
He
Oh my
said,
God.
he didn't exactly say my dad's, but he said, you guys have a lot of pictures of your family here. And he was like, I wonder what that's like. And Kevin Hart
Yeah.
started fucking dying. I started dying. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
It's
It was
it's like
funny,
it's kind of like
dude.
the poor me attitude, but I'm like I'm a comedian, so I'm gonna be funny about it.
So
but
people like are
still-
gonna laugh because
But,
like
yeah.
laugh at my pain.
Yeah,
type
if you're
shit.
gonna make painful jokes about yourself, then I think you have to be at least somewhat creative with it.
Isn't
Or else
that
it's
literally
just
a
like
Kevin
not
Hart title? It's
that
like,
funny to me.
isn't it literally Kevin Hart laugh at my pain?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it is.
What,
yeah, I think
what
he does
the
have one
title of
those.
one of his stand-ups is
That-
"Laugh at My
that's
Pain."
what it is. Kevin
Yeah.
Hart's jokes are funny, but understand they all revolve around mistakes or bad stuff. Like like.
But
he's
the
talking
thing
about
is, though, is like
kids
they're
and
not
things
the
that happen.
same mistakes. He has a bunch of stories.
He has a bunch of stories. That's why he's funny as fuck.
yeah, but the thing is, it was like Pete Davidson, like the one true thing that like is like the "Laugh at My Pain" thing that he can really stick with is his dad.
Mhm.
You
Did
know,
did you guys watch The King of Staten? I think you watched it, right?
No, I haven't.
King of Staten
I
Island?
want to watch it. I haven't
It's,
Yeah, I've been
seen it.
I
wanting
actually
to
really
too.
liked it.
Really.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gave me a different spin on how I see Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is like, it like in that movie, I feel like he probably did play a different. I feel like he ended up playing like his actual persona,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But the
Yeah.
thing is, though, is like stand-up comedy, Pete Davidson. That's not who he really is. Like he talks about like what he does on his day-to-day life and some of his stand-up, and like yes, again, his dad died. But the thing is, though, is like you don't really get to see the emotion out of
Yeah,
it.
I think he's definitely a much deeper person than what he puts out on stage when he's just doing straight stand-up. I think when he's acting in movies, he gives a lot more of himself than he can on stage. Because
Yeah.
Probably likes being
most
an
people don't
actor
want to
better.
hear that. Dave Chappelle's really good at it about just putting his raw self on stage, but I don't think
Dave
Pete
Chappelle's-
Davidson's got. I don't think Pete Davidson's got that down yet.
Dave Chappelle's one of the
Yeah.
best though. He's been doing this
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally fucking. He's iconic. He's legendary.
yeah.
And
He
Kevin
calls
Hart.
himself the goat and
Yeah.
the closer.
Really?
He's like, some people refer to me as the goat, and then like the crowd just like cheers and everything.
Yeah, I think he is, and I think I think Kevin Hart is one of the best in the game too. I think just Dave Chappelle has just been in it longer, and he's just it's like Adam Sandler. Like if you have a movie with Adam Sandler, like it's just gonna be a nice, fun movie to watch. Like it's Adam fucking Sandler. You're not gonna go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with an Adam Sandler movie. You just can't.
And my thing is, those like you get those like joyful characters that like you always love to see. But the only thing that I don't like is that whenever you see that same character every movie, you know, like Adam Sandler, like every
he plays the same person pretty much every movie.
Every movie he plays the same person.
Have you guys seen that one movie where he? I think.
Fuck is it?
Uncut
Cut
Gems?
Gems. Uncut
Yes.
Gems.
Yeah, that's Adam Sandler. That I really like that movie. I was
See,
like, damn, I
see,
want to
and
see
I
this
like-
guy
I-
more.
He really took us out on a journey. He said, "I can do other roles." Let's be
Yeah,
honest now.
look, and see, I like to see shit like that. You know, and that was one of my biggest problems was that Adam Sandler's character was always the same in every movie.
You don't
want to
see grown-ups Adam
yeah,
Sandler
Yeah.
every time.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I can definitely go wrong because it just gets boring. Like, seeing
Yeah.
the same guy. Like,
But then when he
making
came
the
out
same
with
jokes.
Uncut Gems, I was like, fucking finally. I was like, I
Yeah,
finally get
that
to
was
see
a-
what
that
he's
was
really
an
made of.
experience,
Yeah.
You know?
It was a good movie.
I haven't
I saw
gotten
that
to,
in the theater and I was like sweating.
Really?
I was sweating during the movie. Yeah, 'cause
I
it was just-
haven't gotten to see it, but I
Oh,
really do
man.
know that it's going to be a good movie. Like
Yeah,
whenever
everyone
I do
talked
watch
good
it.
about it, man.
Yeah.
Everyone talked good about it.
My dad watched it.
It's
He
like
fucking loved it.
electrifying. You like can't take your eyes off the screen. It's just one of those. It's one of those really like suspenseful, like fast-paced movies where you just can't look away
Yeah.
because you're gonna miss something, or you think you're gonna miss something, and he
Yeah.
does it so like well. It's so weird.
It's like what's his name? The guy from Superbad.
Oh, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
No, not Jonah Hill. The other one.
Oh.
Skinny white kid.
McLovin?
No.
No. Was it Michael Cera?
Oh, Michael
Michael-
Cera.
He's
Michael
a
Cera.
fucking. He plays the same guy.
yeah,
he
he
hasn't
plays
played.
the super.
The only reason
awkward
he didn't get
night
stale
lights guy.
is because he didn't play enough movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he
I guess that's
fucking-
probably true.
But he played the same guy in like practically everything he did. But I can honestly only name like 3 things that he did. He played Scott Pilgrim Saves the World, Superbad, and of course the show Parks and Rec. No, yeah, Parks and Rec.
I don't think he was in that.
He was the son,
wasn't
right?
in that.
Or was it not Parks and Rec?
Mm-mm.
Was it?
Mm-mm.
It was one of those shows on Netflix, man, with the guy from Ozark. Can't remember.
I can't remember.
But
Oh,
anyway,
Arrested Development.
there you go.
Oh, I haven't seen the
There
show.
you go.
but
Arrested Development.
I've heard it's pretty good.
What's
Really?
it called? He plays the same character every time, man. The
It's
awkward,
like
skinny kid.
awkward, quirky guy that like he's
kinda funny,
likable
though.
in like
Yeah.
a pitiful way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I somewhat feel the same way about Seth Rogen. Like he hasn't
Yeah,
made a
I-
bunch of movies, but he does play the same
Yeah.
character. Like
People-
he's made a
Hey,
good
he
decent
played a
amount.
cop in
People give me-
Superbad. That shit was
People
funny.
give me shit,
Yeah.
but I am also like pretty tired of Seth.
He's always
Rogen.
the stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets
Like,
old.
with the
Yeah.
laugh and everything.
Yeah,
He
his
make-
laugh is iconic, and I'll give
His
him
laugh
that.
is
but
iconic.
his
yeah.
movies get pretty old
I
for
fucking
me.
love that dude.
Now
He is. But he still, I don't know, he still does good movies though, because like The Interview, fucking,
I thought it was pretty funny. I remember
Had
when I
me-
watched it. I was laughing my
I
ass
was
off
laughing
the first
my ass
time.
off
I
during
was,
the
but I was like
interview.
also like ninth grade.
I was kind of glad whenever they decided to cast him on the new Lion King.
I
Yeah.
don't think I ever saw the new Lion King.
Yeah,
You
he
never
did do
seen
that.
it?
No,
He
I
did
yeah,
do that.
he
did do
played
Who
that.
did he
Pumbaa.
play?
Pumbaa.
And he did a good job. He
Yeah,
did a good job.
he did a
I
pretty
could
good
see
job.
him doing well. You're always
Right?
playing Donkey Kong and Mario, right?
Really?
Yeah, and not and
Oh yeah,
is
he
it called
is.
Mario? No,
Sonic?
no, it's the new. There's a new movie coming out. It's like a Nintendo movie with like
Oh shit.
all Mario. Like, yeah, I'm surprised.
But
you
it's
haven't
not
heard
going to
about
be
this.
live action. It's going to be like
It's
animated.
animated,
That's
yeah.
fine,
So they're
that's fine.
voice actors, and he
Sounds
plays
dope.
Donkey Kong. Chris
Pratt plays Mario.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of tired of him too.
Like it's funny because he posted a video on Instagram, and he just literally goes, he was like, here's a sneak peek. He was
It's
like,
'cause
he goes, it's a me, a Mario. He was like, that's not really how it's gonna sound, but
it's just there's too many problems with trying to do a new type of like role. Like you can fuck around and accidentally be Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern and fuck
Yeah.
up your career. But
Yeah.
he bounced back.
Yeah, he bounced back.
He
with
bounced back.
Deadpool.
I don't know what the next movie
Who?
he did after Green
Oh, Ryan
Lantern
Reynolds?
was,
Yeah.
but
He was out of it for a good probably 10 years.
yeah, and then he
almost.
came into fucking Deadpool, and we were like, this fucking legend, dude.
yeah,
Like, we were all scared to see a fucking superhero.
he
Ryan
was
Reynolds
scared
again,
to do
but-
it.
because of fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah, he
that
was
shit was
scared to do
trash.
it.
To be honest, I didn't hate the movie that much. Greenland. I mean, like it was clearly pretty bad, but I still enjoyed it.
It's a
when I
decent
watched
watch.
It.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
What's
it
called?
was a good watch, but storyline wise, it was just
It was so
everywhere.
fucking
It's
garbage,
dangerous
yeah.
though to do what Adam Sandler did, and like it's completely different from what he always
But I think
does.
Adam Sandler has already like established himself as like an oldie. Like he's
Yeah.
from the past, and
Mhm.
he's like
which is
he's
good.
iconic.
Which-
He's like
Thankfully, he
Shaquille
hasn't-
O'Neal.
Thankfully, he
or
hasn't
fucking-
really stuck onto it. I
Adam
think.
Sandler has made action movies before.
Yeah, but they've always been like cheesy action. Like
yeah,
comedies.
Yeah.
like and they're always with like the.
It's not really
some of,
serious.
Yeah, some of them have been.
It's like Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise always does really good action movies, but at the same time, like that's all he does.
Mhm.
Is those like intense, like Michael Bay fucking like shooter movies, like with explosions and shit. That's it. I don't know. So like, it's just I don't know.
It's kind of with Tom Cruise. Almost every role he takes is like he kind of takes the commander role in like every single movie
Every
he's in,
movie.
where he's just like,
hmm
I'm right, and he's actually right in the movie, and he's just like, trust me, like this is gonna work.
I know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
he like does his classic like really fast run where he looks like he's gonna like if you look into his eyes and me, it looks like he's like gonna die. Like he's got the face like, oh shit, like I'm gonna run so fast I'm gonna die, and he's just like,
he does his own stunts.
How do you
Yeah.
guys feel about like every movie John Cena's ever been in?
I don't.
I
Hate
like
him.
how he's picked a lot of
Fast and
different
Furious?
movies. He's done.
He kind of like The Rock. Like The Rock
Yeah.
did movies first
Well-
after WWE, and he was a fucking boss. And then John Cena came in, and you were all like nervous
Well,
that he was gonna make
Have you
bad
seen
movies.
Suicide Squad? He was great in that movie.
I haven't.
I haven't seen him yet.
He was really good in that.
Look, but here's my only thing is like, whenever he first started making his start off, everyone thought he was going to be bad, so he got casted in like
yeah,
really poor
bad
movies. But the thing is, I was like, there's one movie that I did kind of like to have him in because of the fact that like, it doesn't make me see him as like how I see him, or it doesn't show me like how I typically see him, you know. But it showed me like a side of him that's like kind of funny, you know. And that's
yeah.
Trainwreck. You ever seen that?
No. But
It's
I've
a
heard of it.
it's an Amy Schumer movie. Like
Mhm.
I don't like
yeah,
I don't like Amy Schumer like me personally because she's always just like very
Her
vulgar.
Comedy, her
She
comedy
can only
is-
do
yeah.
vulgar jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her comedy is it's just another one of those things. It just gets kind of boring.
Yeah, like every time she walks down on stage, she's like, so I had sex with like another fucking
Yeah.
dude last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, she can only.
Guess what happened this time?
Yeah, her
guys?
jokes are only
Yeah.
funny when she like
Which
throws
I mean,
penis
honestly,
out there.
it's kind of sad that's. I don't know if that's actually what she finds funny, but I think that's what she thinks everyone else finds funny. So she goes out on stage and says it, and I'm like, that's kind of sad. Like,
Dude,
'cause I
being
think
being
that
an
gets old
entertainer,
fast.
being a content creator is tough.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest,
Yeah.
most like fucking like mind racking things you can do because you're always like, I have to like I will lose my fucking career if I drop one piece of bad content.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you, dude? That's nerve wracking. Like I've actually seen this because I see it a lot from I keep up with a lot of Twitch streamers who literally have like started losing their minds and becoming depressed only because they worry about the content that they drop, and they're like, if I don't have good content for you guys, or I don't play well, like if I'm a serious gamer and I don't play well, you guys are gonna be like, why do we watch this guy? Numbers drop. Every
Yeah.
content creator wakes up every morning to check their YouTube
It's like,
they check
do
their
people like
check
me
their
still?
subscriptions, their likes, how many views. They do that every morning. They wake up to that. What's it called? That's fucking stressful. Like, imagine waking up, though. Imagine doing that being the first thing you do every morning. You wake up to check that shit, and you didn't have a good day for your views. You didn't have a good video. You're going to be depressed the rest of the
I'm
day.
gonna be honest. I mean, it didn't really hit me in kind of that type of way. But when I first started putting out episodes, like the first one, I caught myself like in the morning, like, oh, I wonder how many. I was like, why do I even care?
Yeah.
Like, it was like weird. I was like, why do I have like a urge to like check like if someone like left a comment or like if someone liked it
It's
or
like
if I got a
Instagram,
subscriber?
dude.
Yeah,
It's the same construct,
It
dude.
sucks.
It's literally
It
the
sucks.
same. It's
gotta
it's
stop
creating the
myself.
same behaviors. Yeah.
it's unhealthy as fuck. What were
Mhm.
you saying, Frankie?
Oh, I was just gonna say like it gets kind of sad because of the fact that like they always started off as like, you know, something that they want to do for fun, and then eventually it gets to the point to where it's like it ends up becoming a career.
Hey guys, we
Mm.
got to drop that next fucking video. Like we all got to be there. Like shit's fucking gonna be trash if we don't.
And it's
Yeah.
like we have to be there because we gotta make a living, not because we enjoy it anymore.
But then you also get people who like, and here's where like the even more sad part is like if you're not stressing about it, you're not gonna get like, you know, a whole fan base.
You're not gonna be
Mhm.
decent on it.
But
either.
then you also get like those people who don't stress about it. You know, they're genuinely funny. Like, you know, they actually don't like try hard to like get like their content out there and all that stuff. They don't like write scripts or anything like that. Like, which I'm not saying that all content creators do, but some of them do like try to do that.
That's the part where it gets hard.
Yeah, is like when you start running out of like ideas and like you have to start writing up like new scripts and everything. You're just like, ooh, maybe this one would be funny and all this stuff, and it's just like it ends up becoming planned, and then everybody starts like, yeah, he was funny, but like now it just seems like not as authentic, And then you get those people who are always constantly authentic, like they don't play the same games all the time, like they don't do the same shit, every day, and they just do it for fun. And then it eventually gets to the point to where like they just look at it and they're just like, well, I finally got a new job, guys. Like I can't play all the time no more.
Yeah.
Like, I've got an
Wow.
actual career. Like it's time for me to move on. It's been fun playing with you guys. It's been fun like doing all this.
Damn, bro. It's like
It's
the last
time
time
for
you
me to
signed on
leave.
the Xbox Live, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then the thing is, I was like, what are they saying that to? They always end up saying that to shit like 0 views or like
Sometimes you just
probably
gotta say it to yourself, man.
There's a song that I've been really into for like the past couple of weeks, and it's called "More to Life Than Baseball." And like the whole premise of the song, it's kind of like I like the song, and I'm actually like not into baseball. It's like out of like kind of like the 4 big sports, I think it's probably my least favorite. But it kind of hits on like the stereotype, like kind of like a there's a scene like from a movie where it's called like the Virgin Suicides, and this guy's daughter, I think, kills herself, and then the priest is coming over to like talk to like the parents, and the dad's just sitting like in the chair. He's like watching. I think he's watching baseball, and he's just like doing what dads do if they support it. They're just like, oh yeah, like just like getting into it. And then he's clearly like in a rough spot, and like he wants to like say something to like the priest about like how he's feeling, because he feels responsible for his daughter like killing herself, but then he just sticks to commenting on TV, and then the guy just walks away. But the song is it kind of goes, if there's more to life than baseball, then I don't want to live at all. And he says, if my oyster's like full of poison, then I'll keep calling strikes and balls. Like, it's kind of the idea that baseball is something that's like, it's kind of simple, in the sense that it's something easy that you can like fall back on. It's like something that you're really good at, that's not really that like meaningful to you, but you know it and you're comfortable around it. And if your oyster's full of poison, like sometimes like if you want to venture out, you just get dealt like a shit hand, and then you just go back to doing whatever's comfortable. And it's kind of about the fear of trying new things, because one, there's a lot of new things, and like the likelihood you're going to fail at all of them is like very likely. So why not stick to what you know?
Yeah, I think that's a problem. A lot of us are dude, I think that's a problem like people coming out of high school have to deal with, is really figuring out like, do I go to college or do I like stick to working where I'm at because I'm comfortable there and I know I can make money? But I don't know, man. That's a big problem for a lot of people, actually. Like
It's a really common problem.
especially
I think
where
everyone has the problem.
especially where we work. Like like I never realized it as
like
much.
we could move up if we wanted to.
Like I realized it like like when I was doing my thing, like okay, like when it was happening to me, that was a while ago. So I was like, oh, like fuck, this happens. Like fuck, everyone else seems to have to figure it out. And now like I've become the one that people kind of come up to, like, because now working, like where we work, I come across a lot of people who are like our age, or like more like like the age of coming out of high school. And I'm just like, oh, like they're like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. Like my head feels stuck. Like I'm kind of just pushing through these college classes right now because I have to, and because I don't really know what I do. And and I'm just like, dude, like just do it. Like just do whatever you want to. Like I was like, dude, like I literally don't know what to tell people sometimes about that, because I couldn't figure it out myself at the time. But I'm just like, dude, like deep down in your heart though, even if you think it's wrong, like if you want to get out of school, deep down in your heart, you want to. So don't drag it on longer, because it's just gonna really like, you're just gonna start getting bad grades, and you're gonna just be like, all right, I'm out. Like bad grades, maybe you drop out. That's why.
Yeah, most people that are like my age or maybe a little bit above, have lost something that other generations haven't had, and I think it's that we're more comfortable than we are now, and we're starting to like kind of realize that we don't really know why we're doing the things that we do. Like I think before we kind of had to do them because if you didn't, like, you were just way more likely to die. Like, the whole just going through the motions that all the other generations have gone through. We're kind of looking at it now and wondering, I think there's something else I could do. I don't think I have to go on this path that everyone else used to anymore, like Christianity. I don't think I have to believe in this, and I don't know why I ever did in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not, and then they just get stuck.
Yeah.
Like people, because they don't know what to do.
I think a lot of this also has to do with parents, though, because parents, a lot of people like I know who like I've talked to this about go like, well, like, what do I tell my parents? You know,
yeah.
and that's because right now we all, or not we all, like I mean like a lot of the people in that situation are in a position where their life depends on the earnings of their parents. They're dependent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I just tell them like, all right, listen, if you want to like leave school, like, and you know what you want to do, I was like, then like be prepared to like just like do anything. Like basically, I always tell people just be able to afford your lifestyle. That's all I can say. Like if you can't afford the lifestyle you want and you love bougie shit and your mom buys you fucking bougie shit, fucking finish school because like you're gonna fucking drown without that shit. You know, like so just finish school, do it. Like dude, like you really, it's just finish school. It's not that hard. You know, like because what you're telling me right now is that you can't handle working labor jobs and doing this and that. So. Like you won't be able to get an apartment for yourself. Like, just kind of just suck it up and do it. But that's really what I just tell people. I just do what you want to do
like,
as long as you can afford your lifestyle.
Yeah, don't like fantasize about things that you can't have.
Yeah, exactly. Like
because that realm is like it's literally endless of things that you don't have that, not even that you could have that maybe you want to have.
Yeah, if you want to do something really fucking crazy, then work harder and do both. Like don't. Sleep less. Fuck it. Like, if you got to sleep less to do what you want to do, sleep less. Like, you know, just figure it out. But, like, because, like if your mom's, you know, giving you $100 every, like, 2 weeks for fucking food, and that's not, so you don't have to worry about food, so you don't have to worry about working for food, and you just got to go to school, then use the rest of that time to figure out what you want to do. Like, I don't know. There's just so much to it. There's just so much to it. Or simply just try things. Because it's the person who's going to hit you with the, I don't know. And I'm going to tell that person, do more things. Do stupid things, do more things, like work a lot of jobs, and I don't care if you quit them early, like prematurely, like just work a lot of jobs. Find out how the world works. Like jobs have taught me a lot about the world. Like I've figured out how the world works, like how money works, how like the world runs on money, how logistics works. Like I figured out a lot, you know, and like you know, you learn a lot. You learn, you know, you just learn values too. You learn like some sorts of disciplines. You learn time management just through working yourself. And you go, okay, like I have to work because I now have a car. I need to pay my car. So I have to work. But I work 40 hours a week, so let me like learn how to manage the rest of my time so I have time for shit I want to do. Otherwise, I will never have time for what I do. And if you don't want to learn how to manage that time and you just want to sleep the rest of the hours that you're not at work, then that's your life. You're not going to succeed. You're going to stay there.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think
is what it is.
I think that's maybe part of like a lot of reason why I from my point of view, I think that drug use has been way more common than it ever used to be, and it's just steadily increasing like over the past like 20 years.
Yeah.
Like alcohol use has, I don't know about gone down, but it's become more known, kind of like cigarettes are like, yeah, if you drink enough of that, like it'll kill you, like your liver's going to be fucked.
Yeah, I think cigarettes has kind of gone down a little bit though.
Yeah, cigarettes definitely have too. That's been known
Yeah.
for
a
long time.
I think they actually have a really good thing right now where they say I think a big percentage of like teenagers aren't. I think the majority percentage of teenagers aren't smoking cigarettes, which is a really good thing because
but that's
before
just
it used
because
to
they're
be.
mostly vaping.
There are a lot of vapors out there for sure, but I don't even. But I think overall, I think it was like it might have been a tobacco thing. Well, tobacco then, yeah, tobacco, nicotine. There's a lot of nic fiends out there. But tobacco-wise, though, at least we're winning on that side, you know? At least we're winning on that field, but I don't know.
But I think it's just because a lot of people just don't have not like hobbies, but they just don't have a whole lot of things that they think that they can do or even want to do, so they just don't do anything.
Dude, I'm telling you, and I really do think this just has a lot to do from parenting. Parents are, dude. Like as a parent, you're just such a big, like, thing to your parent.
Impression.
Yeah, you leave such a big impression on your kids. Like you're the ones who let them know. Like if you do well and you do something fucking amazing, they're gonna be like, wow. Like if my dad did that, like like, and he looks at me like I'm fucking like amazing, then I can do it.
Mhm.
But then you also got the ones that are like, how am I ever supposed to meet my dad's standards? Like if he's so good and like I just never saw him, he never talked to me, so like how am I supposed to amount to what he did? Like parents are everything. That's all it is. Parents are everything, dude. Like a kid is only gonna like understand his like values or his like potential by what his parents tell him. I really feel like is like a big deal. And teachers too. Teachers play a part. They're like your mini parent.
Especially through public school,
Yeah,
which is I
you
think
meet
the
so many
norm.
teachers throughout your years of living. Like each and every one of us have gone through more than 5, 3, 4. So like
We've gone through like probably 100
17,
teachers.
20. Yeah,
Probably like at least
I
100.
mean, considering high school is 4 years.
Especially through a public school for like your whole life. Like,
Yeah.
you went through a lot.
Especially through high school. Through high school, you're going through
Yeah.
fucking 4 years of 6, 7 different teachers
Yeah, every year.
every
yeah.
year. God damn, dude. Like, yeah, you're.
It's a lot of people, and I mean, most of them are like probably good people, but
Yeah.
That's
you're
like
not gonna
28
get along
teachers.
With a lot of them.
Yeah, I can
just for
literally
the
go
high school.
through and I can probably like be like, oh yeah, like I can name maybe like I can't name a lot of my teachers. I've forgotten half their fucking names,
Yeah.
but I can name a couple teachers and be like, because that teacher left like an impression on me, And they actually said I could amount to a lot if I just put it in the work, And so like that kind of like just shocked me, and I was like, oh wow, like okay, crazy,
Yeah.
Do you
I mean,
think
that's-
some people are just like born with less,
With what?
like
Born with like depressed?
like your teachers have told you that like you're gonna amount to something big. Do you think that some people are just born without that trait? Some people are just born with
To amount to anything?
To stay where they're
like,
at.
No.
they're
I
more
really-
prone to stay where they're at
I
and not
really
move on with
think
anything.
success and being successful has to do with just luck and what's it called? Confidence, like mental, like literally is this a battle of who has gotten the better developed like mind state.
Whoa.
Because I've seen I've seen I've seen people who are really not the smartest people, do the craziest fucking things in life, Like
Like
not,
I wouldn't say
you
Jeff
know.
Bezos is a really like he's a smart guy, but I don't know if he's like I wouldn't call him a genius. I would say
Yeah.
Elon Musk is way more of a genius than
You
Jeff
have
Bezos
to prioritize
is. I don't know
what
how
you're
I'd
smart at.
describe
Though.
it.
Yeah, you have to. Elon Musk even said he's not like that. Elon Musk even has said it himself. Like the people who work for him
Yeah, those people are smart. That's
are
what
a
he
heck of a
says.
lot smarter than him himself.
Yeah.
This is just a man who understood that creating an online bank account, PayPal, was fucking a great idea. He made it and then sold it for like
He's not
a
a
lot of
genius.
money.
He's an innovator.
He's
There's
an
a difference.
innovator.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
A
an innovator.
genius,
that's right.
a genius is more of someone who can like really think of
To the
like how
books.
to bring it to life.
Yeah, to
you
the
know?
books. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, he
it-
kind of did that though. He really.
No, I
brought
think
all of his
I think
stuff
you're thinking
to
the
life.
opposite. I think an innovator is what you were just talking about.
And
No,
then
it's
the
a-
bring it to
geniuses are
life.
kind of. I think you're saying, or I think we're kind of saying that like geniuses are kind of like the behind the scenes guys, the ones that actually get
Geniuses
it done.
no,
Just know
that's
how
what I was trying to say is
hit
like
the books
a
and do
genius-
it the right
Yeah.
way.
yeah, a genius is more so like someone who like
How to
can-
go about doing something.
Yeah, how to go about doing something. While an innovator is someone who's just like, well, this would be a really great idea. How do we go about this? And then you talk to the genius, and the genius like,
This
well,
is how
actually,
we're gonna set it up.
yeah, this is how it's
But
going to
then
set
you
up.
have to hire someone that's smarter than you in that area to like figure out where you're
Yeah.
wrong.
And look,
Yeah.
and here's the thing though, is like that's the best thing about innovators. Like they know that they're not smart enough to achieve this on their own.
Yeah.
Like they know that
Yeah.
the essence of teamwork is what's going to make everyone successful in the end.
Because there's a guy named Gary V. He's one of my like. He's someone who I watch a lot on YouTube because he's very. He's not smart. He was like he always talks about. He's like, I was a C to D to F student in school, all throughout school. He was like, but he's like what he thinks is what's great about him is he has an eye for spotting trends, and that's a real thing. He's like
Good way to
Instagram.
make money.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, you can make a
literally.
lot of money like that.
He's like, how many people do you know out there that know how to buy Supreme and like sell Supreme and do all this shit? Like I would honestly be honest with you, like if you told me what new Jordans were out, like I wouldn't really be able to know. But there's people who do know,
Mhm.
and there's people who can see a picture of like Jordans and be like, oh, those Jordans are fucking cool. Those are gonna be popular. Those aren't. They're just fucking acting on it. Like he was like, I just acted on it. I knew Instagram was gonna be fucking popular. Boom. Like
Some people just aren't good at
Bought
school.
stocks in it.
yeah, you know,
Some
and
people just are naturally like not inclined to do good
Yeah.
at schoolwork.
I just think
And then
some
just,
people
they can't function well in that
see
environment.
I do believe that's a thing, but I also think some people just dedicate more time to other things because they've
Yeah.
kind of already established in their heads. The moment you tell yourself in your head something's not worth your time, you're not going to put time into it. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that. If I tell myself I don't want to write this essay because this essay is not going to get me anywhere in life, I'm not going to write the fucking essay.
Who wants to
Yeah.
belly
Yeah.
rub?
So most people spent their time in high school figuring out how to fucking, how to make their, dude, at least when I was in fucking high school, there was a fucking, like, the group of fuckboys who spent, like, who spent, like, 2 days trying to figure out how to taper their jeans by cuffing them at the bottom. And I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? And, and
That
We
was
can
me.
waste time more than we ever used to be able to.
right. But now they're like that guy knows how to dress guy, you know? And everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. And he's starting like and like I know some people who are like, oh, like I kinda wanna try and like put prints on shirts and shit like that now. It's just
Mhm.
shit like that.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make clothes. That shit seems fun.
I wish I could
like
I wish I knew how to
design
draw.
clothes,
Like
or-
embroidery type clothes.
Oh, okay.
Like you see those where like people like do like
Like
embroidery. No. You know what
Bedazzled.
embroidery is? It's kind of like it's kind of like you take thread and you take needle and you just kind of like puncture it through like it.
Yeah,
And then you make a picture with it.
something
Oh
on
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of blankets are like that.
Yeah.
embroidered blankets
Yeah.
or sweaters or something.
Yeah, you ever see like those like this right here? This is embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
This little small polo thing. So basically, what happens is
No,
you
I
take
think
the
it just
needle.
means some kind of symbol normally.
Yeah,
It normally means some kind of symbol that's on something.
but then you also have like print-on designs, which
Mhm.
then that's where a lot of people are just like, oh, well, print-on design T-shirts, and then or graphic design or graphic tees, and then you got embroidered tees, and that's where you get like a T-shirt that has embroidery, which is like we sew it in there,
Mhm.
and then you got the
Well, there's like an actual
print
lump.
on. Yeah,
There's a lump where it is. Yeah.
yeah,
It's like actually there. It's not just a picture.
yeah. I've always wanted to do that though.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Oh, time to go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Oh yeah,
All
that's
right,
right.
cool.
That's right. You got to be home at like 8:30.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
all right.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
yeah,
listening,
like 2
guys.
hours
That was
already.
yeah,
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5.
Pretty good conversation, guys.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
Thanks
Very
for coming on,
controversial.
Froy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say if anyone
does get
Oh,
offended.
people
if
are gonna be
anyone, if
fucking
anyone gets
pissed.
offended, if anyone that watched that has heard Dave Chappelle's new special is offensive, I think you should go watch it and figure it out for yourself. Just
Yeah,
like everything
really.
else in this world, because I don't know. Just look at the way
We're
he
not the
acts,
first
man.
to say it, we're not gonna be the last.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just,
I mean, that's just how the world goes.
Like I said, like if you
That is
hate
how the
us, like I mean,
world
I'm willing. Like
works.
I don't know. Like I never not wanted to be your friend if you wanted to try to be my friend. So
Yeah. Who, me?
no, like overall, like people, like
Oh,
I've never
Oh, yeah,
really
yeah.
just
I
never.
thought you-
I've never not wanted to be someone's friend because of like what they're into, what they're like. So
Yeah.
like
like if you don't want to be
It's
friends with
as
me,
simple
then
as that.
I just won't be friends with you. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
that's
as simple
just
as
how it
that. But
goes.
I've never not wanted to be someone's friend because of what they believe in, what they think, what they're talking about. Like, it's not about that.
Yeah, and it's never really about that unless you're just a really racist. Why the fuck did you burn this? Anyways, before we get an arsonist going, we'll sign off.
Yep.
Yep. Have a
Well,
good one.
Bye,
Go,
guys.
Bye.